Well, I haven't slept, so it's, for me, technically, still my birthday. I've got the AC on at the moment, so there'll be a little extra room noise than normal. How are we doing today? The music is at the same level of loud as the fucking AC. Love that, love that. You had a good week, Jimmy? Mine's been interesting, as you know. Yeah, I wanted to go pick up my mail because I ordered, I just ordered a new hairbrush because I've been using this hairbrush since probably before I started doing YouTube. So, which through the camera it doesn't look like I have, right? It looks like just a hairbrush, right? But up close, it's very gross. And I tried to finally, like, other than just taking the hair off of it like normal, I haven't really ever deep cleaned it. So I tried to deep clean it the other night. Didn't make a difference. So I was like, okay, it's time to order a new one. I would have ordered the same one again years ago, but I couldn't fucking find this exact brush again. So I did some sleuthing and found what type of brush this is and then ordered a new one. That was from a different company. You know, different brands design, but it has the same type of bristles that I need for my hair. So, because the bristles that this has like the, I'll show you up close on the new one because this one's gross. It has like the main bristles that you can see the pink ends of, but then around the pink ends are a bunch of like shorter ones, and it's supposed to help with frizz. It wouldn't work on hair that has any curl in it, most likely, but it also doesn't work on completely straight hair. If you use it on completely straight hair, it frizzes the straight hair, and it probably doesn't have the staying power to comb through curly hair. So it's the perfect brush for my hair, which is wavy. So all the other brushes I've ever bought that just have the long bristles make my hair all frizzy. So, well, extra frizzy than it already is, but Oh. Jimmy's in the live stream Discord chat, huh? I forgot that was even a thing. Funny. We'll give it a few minutes. I think, Rot is supposed to be here at some point. I'll message her. She messaged me earlier, so she's awake. Oh, that's true. I've never heard your voice before. It's not to my knowledge. Maybe I haven't, I just forgot. But it's not been often. Oh. Yeah, probably some random thing where you probably like sent a clip of something in the chat and in like a Discord, and it happened to have your voice in the background or something like that. Like that's the only situation. We've never like spoken to each other, so because that's how streaming works. It's a one-way situation, of course. So I'm gonna do a. I'm just gonna turn this monitor off for now, so I'm not having to look at the bright monitor for no fucking reason. Because I don't know how much Reddit we'll be doing today, so it'll probably just mostly be convo, especially if other people show up. I mean, I won't be able to hear you in the live stream anyways, but I didn't know they had radios. I guess that makes sense. That was weird. They were close enough to my window I could hear their radios beeping when they'd press them down to like talk. You know, when you press the radio down, it makes a beep sound. That was weird. I was like, where the fuck? I guess the construction workers have radios on them. Right. Although the new iPhone is gonna have a fucking, I mean, not a headphone jack, but it's gonna have the plug again. Apparently. What's up? First time chatter, welcome to the stream. Jarek might show up. Depends on if he's in a good mood. Depends on if he's vibing or not. How's your week been? Kamir? I'm gonna go with Kamir. If I'm wrong, let me know. I might be way off. I mean, I'm not gonna give myself any benefit of the doubt. Oh my god, there's that gnat. There has been a gnat flying around all morning that I have not been able to kill because every time it's visible, I am like laying down or leaning on an arm or something, so I'm never able to move fast enough to where I can grab it and kill it while it's still visible, because like my walls are white, right? But I've had the TV on and the TV's not all white, you know, it's a TV screen, it has shit on it. So, you know, if the bug flies in front of the TV or not directly in front of a wall, I can't fucking see it. So it's been fucking the shit out of me because it'll fly back and forth. It's been flying back and forth. It's been doing laps up and down my apartment, and I've just been sitting on the couch, and every once in a while it enters my field of view, and it's only in my field of view long enough for me to go, oh, hi fucker, and then it's gone. I just saw it up here just a second ago. Annoying. It's a Persian name. Nice. Kemi. Alright. Works for, if that works for you, it works for me. You been having a good week, Kemi? Anything interesting happened to you this week? It's frustrating because since I haven't slept, my eyes are tired. Like they've got the that extra sensitivity your eyes get when you've not slept for a long time. but I don't feel tired outside of that specific feeling. Like occasionally I'll get like the weird out of focus bubble in my eye that I have to blink a few times or like rub my eye to get it gone. And also just the light stinging that sometimes happens when your eyes get dry, which tends to happen when you're tired. But I don't feel tired, if that makes any sense. It's not bad. School has started. Ooh, what school are you in? What like level? What grade level? College, high school, what are we talking? Post-grad, what are we talking? '11th grade. Nearly done with high school. Nearly done. Well, I guess not nearly done. You got 2 years left if you just started 11. That's pretty close, though. 2 years is pretty good. Do you like school? Is it something I mean, obviously no one really likes school, but like, do you like the process of learning? Do you find learning fun? Assuming you have a decent teacher, of course. You can't like learning when the teacher's ass, so that's not a thing. Listen to this construction outside my window. Since I've not been sleeping appropriately, I've been watching a lot of TV at hours where the sun is at the right angle that it's pushing enough light through the window that it's creating a glare off my TV screen. It's very annoying. You like communicating with others? Well, that's good. That definitely makes school more bearable when you don't mind talking to people, since you're surrounded by them constantly. Whereas if you're like me, and when I was in high school and currently still hate teenagers, because a lot of them are really fucking annoying. It can make the high school experience very unbearable. When you're self-aware enough to know that you're surrounded by a bunch of idiots while also being an idiot, can make things interesting. Should we plug Lincoln? I feel like we should plug him in. You're just sitting back here all dark. There we go. Light him up. Jimmy, I assume you felt the same way in high school. Or whatever the fuck you all call high school over there. I don't even know. Calm down, Jesus. My mic stand is having a day today. What the fuck do you all call high school? Why is my brain malfunctioning? Where are you located, Cammy? Jimmy's in the UK, so Iran. So should be in a similar. Do I know geography? Well, I don't know where geography is, so I guess I can't even guess. So. So you'd be further ahead than Jimmy by a few hours. First school and secondary school? I thought, so primary school and secondary school? So you call high school secondary school? Because primary school is like elementary school, right? Yeah, I know where Iran is. My brain was trying to think if you're in the similar time zone as Jarek, but I don't know where Jarek is, so I don't know. He moves around and can't always tell us where he is. I saw the gnat disappear onto my desk somewhere, but I don't know where to. It has vanished. I do know where Iran is. It's not, I'm fortunately, I know where Iran is at. Now, could I point to it on an unlabeled map? Probably not. But I know the region of where it's at. I could be like, it's one of these. No, I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't know. I don't look at unlabeled maps very often, so I couldn't say for certainty. I do wonder what it's gonna be like when they're done building the building back there. It's gonna feel really quiet, because it's already quiet in my apartment most of the time because no neighbors. But I wonder how if it'll be quieter or less quiet, because once they're done building the building, there'll be people living in it, so there'll be more traffic that way. There's like a cat on the map. I gotta pull it up now. Go back down here. No! Oh, it flew away. Fucking bitch. Oh, I'll get to it eventually. Yes, that's the one I was gonna point to, the big one. That's the one I would have pointed to, would be the big one. I'm proud of myself. It's sad that that's all it takes to make me proud of myself, but I'm an American. We don't get educated on geography, especially not geography outside of the United States of America. The fact that I would struggle to label most European countries, it's kind of sad. Not most. I'm selling myself short there, I think. See, and then you've got things like Turkmenistan, which I regularly forget exists. So but if there's any countries over there that me as an American should know, it's Iran and Iraq. Because we've done a lot of damage over there, so. And that's just chilling out in the corner back there where I can see it, but I can't reach it. It's very disrespectful. It's not that warm. I don't know why the AC keeps kicking back on. I might just get up and turn it off because it's gonna annoy me to have it kick on so much. Ooh, I should bring Wally over there now that I've got him put together. Look at him, my boy. Look at him. I am so I was so excited once because he was just sitting in the floor, like, because the build manual had like, I don't know, how many steps did it have? I don't even remember. I just did it, but I don't remember. He's gonna sit back here with me. There we go. The build manual it came with was pretty similar to that of a normal actual Lego build manual. Like, it looks basically like one. It had a total of 178 steps, and I got to about step 30 something, 35 last week. And then, was it Wednesday, I think? I got to step 35, and then was not able to complete any more of it until last night, so. Yes, my birthday was yesterday, technically, the 24th. But I don't stream on Sundays, so instead, today is the birthday stream, so. Oh, Wally's out of frame. Link, get your ass out of the way. Go back there. There we go. Thank you for that, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I'm 24 years old as of yesterday. As of... I'm not going to do the math for that. Oh, I answered your question before you asked it. Whoa, look at me. Look at me. Yeah. I'm old compared to you. Yeah. I thought that you had to be 16, 17 if you're in 11th grade, so. Makes Jimmy and I feel old. Wait till Rock gets here. She's actually old. You can tell her I said that. I give her shit for being as old as she is all the time. And she's not even, like, actually old, you know what I mean? Like, she's not, like, in her 60s or anything like that. I would call someone in their 60s old. She's not old, but compared to me in my 20s, she's old, you know what I mean? So... Well, we are glad to have you here, Cammy. What are your pronouns, Cammy? So I know how to refer to you if I need to. Jimmy, do you want me to open you on the stream? I think if I click on you, it'll play on stream. All right, let's see how this goes. I am connected. Hello, hello. Testing. 1, 2.
Hello, hello, hello.
British. I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. I heard you. Did you hear you?
Yeah, I heard me.
Awesome.
It's a massive delay from the Twitch stream and what's on Discord.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. For me, it's all one and the same, but you've got it, the visual feed and then the audio feed separate, so there's no way that was gonna ever line up.
Try and decide now which I'd listen to, whether I listen to the stream or whether I listen to Discord.
Well, if you listen to Discord, you get me live, so there just won't be a visual with it because of the stream delay that I have no control over, which is very rude.
It makes more sense. So was my voice what you expected?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Especially with the visual image. It's hard to know what someone sounds like without any idea what they look like, also, because then my brain is just reading everything in my voice. So once I saw what you looked like, I could, like, kind of make it a little bit closer, and this is about it, yeah. I think my brain put it slightly higher pitched, but not enough to matter. Or be counted as different.
Yeah, it sounds very deep to me when I hear it on recordings.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Like, sometimes I hear recordings of myself and I'm like, why is my voice so deep there? And then other times I'm like, why is it so high-pitched there? And not just the old videos where it's actually high-pitched. I mean, when I was editing actively YouTube videos, I would, like, go in and edit something I recorded the day before and be like, why does my voice sound so different here? And then edit a different video I recorded that same day and it sounds completely different to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, those were recorded an hour apart. I don't understand.
And then you go back and see your videos that you refuse to watch.
Yeah. And then it's like, well, at least I know why there. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason for that one. I'm not just crazy for there. Still crazy, but not for that reason.
So will you now read all my texts in different voice, or will you still read it as your voice, do you reckon?
It'll probably still be my voice. I don't think my brain will ever read text messages in a different accent, especially. Though that would be interesting if it started happening one day. If just randomly, like, I read your messages on Twitch, it's read in British, instead of, like, unless you type a word that is something only a British person would say, it's not gonna happen, I don't think.
Can't think of any British words straight off the top of my head.
Well, the first thing, it's not even British, but the first thing my brain said was tea and crumpets, which we would not say the word crumpets in America. So that's
stereotypical.
Yeah, exactly. That was the first example that came to my brain, was because it was so stereotypical.
Tea and crumpets.
Yeah. It doesn't sound too much different. But it just sounds wrong coming out of my mouth, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't sound different than how you say it, but it sounds incorrect.
Herbs?
Herbs? Yeah. Herbs! No H's, baby. Just E's. Herbs. Fuck that H.
I can't stand that word.
Hey! Cammy just joined the chat. Hello, hello, hello. In Discord. The Discord chat. Beautiful. We have a new person. I don't remember the last time we got a new person in the Discord chat.
I'm getting a few more regularly now.
Yeah, 702 was the last one. And then before that?
Usually get permanent stayers, but usually in the past month we've probably about 5 or so new people.
Yeah, to the Twitch with also with the people trying to sell me shit. Go find someone with money. I think I have to verify. I don't think the verify bot's working right now, so I think I have to, like, physically do it myself. Real person, done. You're verified. I don't know why the bots just haven't been working. Maybe it did, but I'm better safe than sorry. I'm sitting here. Might as well do it. It takes 2 seconds.
Well, it only took me about 3 years to finally talk.
Yeah, 3 years of streaming for you to finally talk. What, 6 or 7 years of me being online and you viewing my shit?
Well, I did offer to listen in on your live reactions or whatever, but that was still just listening. But you never ended up doing that.
Yeah, no, we never did that. I think we did it, but we did it at times that you were usually asleep, so it wouldn't have worked because we would record it like in the evening, and so for you it's fucking 3 a.m. And you're not insane like me. You're asleep at 3 a.m. like a person. Generally, anyways. I want to see what this new fucking... But the funny thing is, my mom sent me a package for my birthday. She usually does. But they were cleaning out the basement room, which had a motherfucking ass ton of movies in it and DVDs that have been collected over the past 20-something years. And she sent me a few photos of some of the ones that were mine. She was like, which one of these do you want? And so I picked out a few, and she sent those along with, I don't know what yet. I have not opened it. I figured I'd open it on stream. Hi, Christian. Hello. You might be jump scared by Jimmy's voice at some point during the stream because we've got him on the Discord call. So, warning, if you hear British, it's not me. Yeah, I can't do a good British accent, so there's no way it could be me. Yeah, that's true. I forget that you're a September birthday as well, Christian. And you messaged me, I think, the day of. I don't know. You sent me a message. I was at work, so I don't know what day it was. It was a weekend. That's the only way I can narrow it down. And I was like, oh right, he's got a September birthday too.
I've got 4 more days till mine.
Yeah, almost. So we're all September here. We're all September here. We got to keep it in the club. Like.
ISTP, September, anything else on the list?
I guess we can't count born as men, but we can count men on the list. Dudes. I think dudes is better.
Never use that word.
Dudes. Yeah, I guess that I think
very American.
Yeah, dude is very American. That's true. I'm trying to think of a time I've ever heard anyone with a British accent say the word dude.
Geezer would be more slang.
November. So close, but not quite. Early November or late November? I'm looking forward to November because I'm supposed to get some packages in November that I just bought 2 weeks ago, so... October can't pass fast enough. Although I have news about October. A lot's happened this past week, which some of it you know about, some of it you don't know about. A couple of the things are work-related. So the work-related things are we're getting raises, which I might have mentioned in the Discord chat. I don't fucking know. Starting October 1st, everyone's getting a raise of like $1.30, I think, which is great. We love that. We love a good raise. And on top of the 40 or 50 cent raise I just got last week or the week before for my year of being there. So it'll feel like I get a $2 raise almost starting in October, which will be lovely. Maybe I'll be able to afford living with that $2 raise, but that's good. They also are changing the way that we can use our UPT. Ooh. What was that noise? Oh, putt party. I was like, what the fuck? Yes, extra cash. I'm always here for extra cash. You know that. Everyone's aware of my love and desire for cash. But also they're changing the way that we can use our unpaid time off. So at the moment, we accrue unpaid time off. We accrue 3 minutes for every hour worked. And they're upping that to 5 minutes for every hour worked. So we're going to be getting more of it. or faster. We're getting it faster, which is nice. But also currently we can only spend it an hour at a time. So even if we only leave 30 minutes early, it's going to take an hour of unpaid time off. But they're changing that starting October 1st to be used in 15-minute increments, which is fucking phenomenal, because it means when I show up 10 minutes late to work, I don't have to use 10 minutes of my very limited PTO. I can just use 15 minutes of my UPT, which I'll earn back in 3 hours. So that's super, super nice. That's going to be lovely. Maybe I'll be able to stretch my 5 hours of PTO the rest of the year with that change. It'll make those the 40, not even a full 40, because we only get 36 PTO hours for the year on my shift. Yet full-time gets 48, but they only work 40 hours a week. Make that make sense.
It sounds like it's going to a more normal work environment.
Yeah. It'll be nicer. I mean, it'll be even nicer once they get rid of the PA that doesn't know how to do her job. It'll be really nice once they get rid of her, because they like to move managers around, and I'm not really sure why. This guy named Sean was the night shift front half night manager in my department when I started, but they have since moved him to days, which, like, they don't get any say in that. He didn't ask for that. They just moved him. He's an operations manager, so when you're that level, they just kind of move you around whenever the fuck they feel like, and you don't really get a lot of say, which is one of the downsides to moving up. You get paid more, but there's a lot of downsides to it. From what I've heard, it's pretty much only downsides, other than the pay raise. And then Adam, who's been my manager, yes, allow that message, because Daddy Bezos owns Twitch too. But and then Adam, who's been my manager since I started here in Omaha, he's being moved to front half nights. He's currently RT shift nights, which is what I work, but he's being moved to front half nights. And we're getting someone from day shift for some fucking reason to replace him. I don't fucking know why. It's definitely not something Adam would have chosen for himself, so I don't know why they move people around like that when they can easily find people who don't mind working those shifts, work those shifts. Like, why did they move Sean to days just to replace his position effectively with a different night shift person? And then, they did like a rotation. So we had, like, Adam, Sean, day shift, and then we did one of these. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. Daddy Bezos blinds everyone in the room when he stands next to a window on a hot summer day. Very true. That very shiny head of his, that I'm sure he probably has professionally waxed. He's got the money for it. We love to see it, though. And although it might get some sun, he's got like 60 fucking yachts, so you'd hope he gets some sun on that dome of his.
Got to get the tax write-off somewhere.
Yeah, true. Imagine buying a boat and it being a fucking tax write-off. Buying anything and it being a tax write-off. But, you know. So those are good work things. Those are the positive work things, not the movements of my managers. I don't like the fact that I keep moving my fucking managers around, because I like my managers and they took my managers away. And now I only get to see Adam when I pick up shifts, and I don't ever get to see Sean, and except for when the tiny little bit of overlap we get at the very beginning of my shift, if I get there on time, and the very end of his shift if he doesn't leave on time. If he ends up staying over and I actually get there on time, we might pass in the hallway, but that's really it. I still have Vince, although they like to keep him upstairs where I never get to see him, although he passes through downstairs every once in a while to sort of check in with the managers that are down there and like coordinate stuff. But we also have new PAs. None of the PAs I had when I started are still there. One of them moved to Seattle and has since been replaced with someone who doesn't know how to do their job. And then we've gained another one. So when I started here, we only had one PA, which is processing assistant, and then Adam, who is an operations manager. That PA, since he transferred to Seattle, since he has done that, we now have two PAs, which is how many there's supposed to be, usually. And one of them knows how to do their job and does it very well. The other one does not know how to do their job and is very annoying. And we're looking forward to that one leaving. Fingers crossed. And you can tell her I said that. You can tell her I said that.
Clipping Twitch now.
I'll give you her number if I had it. I don't have it, but, you know, I'll set it to her on fucking Chime. I guess y'all wouldn't know what the fuck Chime is because it's an Amazon thing, but we also use, what is it called? Is it Slack? Yeah, I think it's Slack. Yeah, it's Slack. They moved everything around and it makes no sense, but I guess that's what the company wants. Yeah. What'd you say, Jimmy?
Slack is a popular application.
Yes. That's what, so like, Chime is specifically, it's called Amazon Chime. You can find it in the App Store, actually. But you won't be able to log into it because you don't have an Amazon, you're not an Amazon employee, so you won't be able to log into it. But it exists on the stores, and we use that and also Slack. I don't know why we use both. Slack is a little bit harder to log into sometimes than Chime is, but I don't know why we use multiple, I guess just to make things more complicated. Well, see, I would do that, Christian. I could very easily get her job. I know how to do her job. I don't know how to do all of her job. She does some like paperwork style things that I don't know how to do, but could very easily learn how to do. It's not actual paperwork, it's computer paperwork, but you know what I mean. There's like a bureaucracy side of it that I don't know how to do, but I know how to do the rest of the job, which is the majority of it. And so learning the rest of it wouldn't be hard, but according to the one who does know how to do their job, it's only like $1.50 more an hour. So definitely not worth it. It's definitely not worth it for the amount of stress that you take on and the lack of freedom you have. Like, you can't always go home early, although she likes to go home early. She's not supposed to, but she likes to do it. Because you have more responsibilities, so you're supposed to stay there. You're supposed to get there a little bit early so you can set stuff up before people like myself, the tier 1 employees, get there. So there's a lot more downsides to moving up, and the only way to get to an Adam level position is to go through the PA position. You can't just jump straight into being an operations manager, unless you came from another facility where you've already done the move up the ladder. That's one of the few things I like about Amazon, though, is they don't just hire people into management. Well, they might into management higher than the warehouse, but they don't just hire you straight into being a PA. Like, they don't just pull you off the street and say, you're a PA now. You have to be a tier 1 employee before you can move up to, I believe it's tier 3 for PAs and tier 5 for operations managers, and then there's like 5, 7, 8. I think there's different ones for, like, the operations managers have different rankings as well, still labeled as operations managers. So you have to work your way to those, which I think is nice, because a lot of companies don't do that, and then you end up with managers who don't even know what the fuck the company does, and it's like, why are you a manager? Like, we're a grocery store. What do you mean you don't know how to? What do you mean? Like,
Do you know if the tech roles have the same tiers, or if they're just automatically a higher tier?
I think they're automatically a higher tier, but you don't have to work your way up to it. If you come in with the knowledge, they'll hire you on as that. But if you come in without the knowledge, you have to take their course. Like, you don't have to, but they will give you the courses necessary for you to move up. Like, you can do the schooling through them to do the job. But I've never seen anyone be promoted from a tier 1 into what's called RME. They have other labels as well, but that's what we call them, RME, which are the people who come around when our machines go down and fix them, assuming I don't get there first, or it's something I don't know how to fix. Like, you have to go into the computering system and change something. I'm not able to do that, obviously. Like, those kinds of guys. And as far as like higher up tech stuff than that, like IT, I think is probably hired. Like, I don't think you'd have to move up for that one either, because those are separate. RME and IT are separate people. Don't know why. I don't think they really overlap.
I know I could quite easily, if I had all the certifications, I could just automatically be hired.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I think IT fixes like computer stuff. Like if a computer, like for example, like we have these little carts that we push around that have a printer attached to it, like a sticker printer, and it's got like a laptop attached to it, so you can't steal the laptop. And it's like a little push cart that holds a shitty fucking battery that lasts maybe 4 hours, and then you have to replace it even though it weighs 3,000 fucking pounds, and I don't know why. That's a whole different thing. But if like your mouse breaks, you have to take it to IT because all of the Like the USB hub is inside of a thing that is locked up, so you have to take it over to IT so they can unscrew that and give you a new mouse. I've had to do that a lot because I always somehow end up with the one with the broken mouse. I don't know how that happens. But they also will fix like more like in-depth issues, whereas RME fixes more like, oh, I need to use a wrench on this type issues, whereas IT seems to fix more of the like, this needs some coding type issues, from what I can tell. I could be wrong. There could be more overlap than that. But from what I can see, that's the main difference between the two.
Would make sense.
Yeah. I think IT gets paid more, but don't quote me on that. My company only has 3 positions, and 2 of them are obtainable. One is the starting position, which is being a floater or mainstay clerk at a building, and the other one is a supervisor for a building, and that's its field supervisor position is effectively cut off because there's only 3 for the city. Wow. Talk about low availability. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, they like to just hand fucking vests to basically anybody at my fucking place. I don't know why. I don't know why they'll just hand people vests. Like, you need to know how to do this job. Ah. I ran out of tea. I need to get more tea. So also, I'm still a tier 1. But that's only because what I am, which is a learning ambassador, which literally means nothing, used to be learning ambassadors were tier 2 employees, meaning they got paid a little bit more because they do a lot more work than a tier 1 employee. Or at least they're supposed to. Ugh, it smells like Amazon. Get away. The vest literally smells like Amazon. I'm gonna put that farther away. No. But for whatever reason, it is no longer a upgrade. You have to be a learning trainer in order to. I don't know if learning trainers are tier 2 or tier 3. I'm not sure, but they are higher than tier 1. And learning trainers are the people who train learning ambassadors, and then learning ambassadors are the people who train new hires. So I guess it used to be that learning ambassadors were tier 2 and then learning trainers were tier 3, and I guess they probably just bumped both of them down 1, is what I would imagine happened, for reasons that are unknown to me and don't make any fucking sense if they are. Like, we're supposed to be model employees if we get that vest, but so many of the people that I know that wear that vest, not model employees. I am one of them. I mean, I do my work to the best of my ability. I'm a model employee in that sense, but I don't show up on time. I wander around, but my work gets done. So do with that what you will. The power of the vest, yeah. It does make you feel like you're important. I will give them that, which I didn't fully grasp until I was wearing it, and then I've kind of felt like I for a minute I was like, this makes me feel important, and then I was like, but I'm not getting paid anymore, so I'm really not actually any more important. So everyone still treats me the same because everyone still comes and asks me all the questions. Even before I had that vest, people still knew that I knew how to do things, so the new hires would see me wearing just the basic orange vest that doesn't have any labels on it. Because the PA's vests are like the blue one I just showed you, except where the blue is, it's orange. But there's just the basic cheap-ass all orange vests, which I always wore to cover up the tatas. And also because I move around a lot, so when you have a job where you are doing a lot of movement and you're moving around a lot, you're supposed to wear a vest for safety reasons. So it was just nice to just always have it on for the double, 2 birds, 1 stone situation. And because I talked to Adam a lot when I started there because I already knew how to do everything, and when I first started, the building was basically just starting to get into normal functionality mode. They were just finishing what was called pods, which are what we stow into upstairs. And so when the building launches, they go through a process of loading the pods into the building and then moving them upstairs, which is a long process because there are special elevators for those pods, and there's a lot of them. There's 3 floors of pods that are like a square mile each. It's a lot. And these pods are like, I don't know. They're big, but they're not like huge. I don't know what the dimensions are, so I'm not going to even give you a guess because I have no idea. I don't spend time upstairs. So I don't really spend enough time with them to give you an estimate. So when I got there was the last week of them doing that. So they were basically launching the building still when I showed up. So Adam was like, when I showed up and I knew how to do everything, Adam was like, oh, thank God. Like, he could have me do certain things that the other people didn't know how to do yet, which made his life easier. And then other people saw that, and then that just continued on. And so now new hires, even before the blue vests, were like, he knows what he looks like he's important. Adam, he talks to the red vests a lot. I'll go ask him because I can't find a red vest right now. So I'll go find him and ask him, and usually I can answer their question, or I can tell them where Adam's at or whoever the manager is at the time. So it works out. But initially I had a little bit of a power trip, not one that I enacted, but I felt like I was more powerful for about a day, and then I was like, eh. The pockets are nice though. It does have pockets on it, which is lovely. No worries, Christian. I'll be here for a few hours probably. Today probably will run a little longer than normal. Maybe. Who knows? You know how I am. I could decide to end the stream in 10 minutes. You don't know. Especially this week. What the fuck is consistency? I have no idea what consistency is in these past couple weeks. Full power armor. Yeah, I'll just show up in a like a full, not, I was gonna say suit and tie, but that's not what my brain was picturing, like a knight's armor, but then my mouth wanted to say suit and tie. Completely different things. But I went to pick up my Amazon package from the mailroom, and I'm glad I went to do it before stream because my package that my mom sent, which was sent through USPS, was delivered to the mailroom as well. With USPS, it's hard to know. I just gave my parents my actual address instead of the mailroom's address because they always send stuff through USPS, and USPS actually has access to the mailboxes outside, so they can take it there. Whereas people like FedEx and UPS don't always know to take it to the mailroom, which is how we end up with the stolen Lego situation that happened not too long ago, where they try to sit it outside my door and then don't fucking tell me they deliver the shit, and then someone comes and steals my shit when they're supposed to take it to the mailroom. So that's why I like USPS, because they can either put it in the box, or they know if they can't put it in the box that there's a mailroom to take it to. So that's nice. And it happened to be up there, so it was good. I'm glad. I'm gonna open it on stream because there's stuff in there of Lila's, and I don't want to break down and sob for half an hour. So if I open it on camera, I'll be less likely to do that. I'm gonna open it on camera. And we can talk about it too. I'm not gonna like break down sobbing, you know. I have self-control. I did my sobbing the other day. So the good sobbing, like the kind that you're like, that felt good. I got that out. It doesn't happen often, but it was nice. I've spent most of the night, so I didn't sleep. I haven't slept since about, what was it, 6 p.m. yesterday. So it's been a minute. Partially of my own decision tonight, kinda, like 40% of it was my choice. So like when I sent out the Discord message that said see y'all in about 5 hours at 8 a.m. I did try to go to bed after that because I wasn't planning to sleep the full night, but I was like, I'll try to get 3 hours in or something, and then I just couldn't fucking fall asleep, so I gave up. So it was kind of, I was never planning to get a full night's rest tonight anyways. But I've been watching Ghost Whisperer. I've been wanting to get back into it and rewatch it because I've not rewatched it in years. So it's at the point where I can kind of watch it and re-enjoy it for the first time, even though I've seen it like 4 or 5 times, because it's been so long that my memory of it's not crystal clear. So I don't remember every single little thing that happens. So it's nice to go back and rewatch stuff after it's been so long to kind of re-experience that. And I started watching it last night while I was building this guy here, finally, because he's been a work in progress for the past week, because I started, so when I got him, usually Lego, like proper Lego things, of course he came from AliExpress, so not proper official Lego, but official Lego, when they're big sets, come in numbered bags that you open one at a time, and then you build that section with your info sheet, and then you push that aside and open the next bag, right? This one came in a bunch of little bags that were not numbered, were not sorted in any sort of nice way. They were just bagged. I don't know. So I had to dump them all out and sort them all, which is what I did on Tuesday night. Is I sorted them all out, made them all pretty. Did I post that in Discord, or I think I just sent it to like Max and Rod. I don't know if I actually posted the nice sorted pieces in Discord. Let me do that, because I was really proud of myself because it looked really nice. My brain was like, ooh, this looks good, because I sorted I think it was like 400 something pieces. Where would it be? Where would be the best place to go for that?
I don't know why they didn't just put it in one bag anyway. Like,
yeah, that was the part that confused me. Like, they weren't sorted in any capacity. Like, okay, a little bit. Like, a lot of the like tiny pieces were in a bag together, but not all of them. And then all the other ones were it was very random. They weren't sorted by color or anything. It was just weird. I don't know. I didn't question it. I paid not even $20 for it, so I was like, I don't mind. I just posted it in the hub, the sortation photo. I can try to hold it up to the camera, but I don't know how well that's gonna work out. It's also rotated weird. Why does it look like this? Rotate that shit. What the fuck? Oh, the wrong way. There we go. Like that. It's blurry, but you get the idea. So I did that Tuesday night because I didn't have time to start building after I sorted. And then Wednesday night, I started building, got to about step 35, and then couldn't think of anything to watch at the same time as building, so I just stopped building because my ADHD nothing seemed interesting, even though I had 70 fucking videos on my watch later on YouTube. I couldn't think of anything to watch. Like, none of it seemed interesting enough to do, and I didn't have any shows on my mind that I wanted to watch, so I just stopped. And then Wednesday became Thursday morning, and I couldn't sleep, and then I got the news that my dog was fucking dead, and then I went through the motions of that, and then I slept for 2.5 hours, and I got up and worked a 12-hour shift. So I was into my work weekend, so I wasn't gonna be able to work on them anymore after that. So I left work early Sunday morning. I left at 1:30 instead of 6:30 because I was like, it's my birthday. I'm gonna go home early. It's a good excuse. So I left and I went home early. And I came in and I just kind of hung out. I didn't really do anything. And then did I sleep between then and now? I had to. Otherwise, I'd be literally dying right now. Yes. What did I do when I got in? I ate Cane's. I know I went and picked up Cane's on the way home because it was the only thing open other than Taco Bell, and I wasn't trying to do that to myself. Not on my birthday. And then I don't remember what happened in between that. My brain is blanking at the moment. But since the last time I went to sleep, whenever that was, I decided to start watching Ghost Whisperer again. I skipped the first 2 episodes because I've seen those first 2 episodes probably 10 or 11 times, and the reason for that is every time I go back to start watching the show again, I get through the first 2 episodes, and then my desire to binge it is gone after that, and then I stop watching it. So I just was like, let's just skip the first 2 and like start on number 3, and that seems to have worked so far. And that's what I've been doing all night. I'm over halfway through season 1, loving every second of it. I fucking love this show. It takes me back to like childhood because I used to watch reruns of it on Ion Television when they would come on late at night, and I watched it with my sister. It still makes me cry, which is fucking lovely. I don't ever get to do that. I can't find anything that like not like crazy crying or anything, but like where I feel emotion to the degree that my eyeballs are like tears, you know, which is nice to still have that. Not to the degree that it used to. Dear God, it used to be every fucking episode because the acting in this show is ridiculous. Like the fucking extras, not extras, but like the side characters that they get that are like that only for that week. Killer, doing their fucking job. Oh my God. And so I got really into that tonight, and it allowed me to finish building him, even though it took me a lot longer than it should have for a 400-piece set that I'd already started, because I kept getting sucked into the show and watching a full episode sitting on the floor and making no progress. But I finished him up, and then I was so into the show that I just kept watching it. And I was like, okay, I should probably try to sleep. So I tried. Didn't work. I only tried for like 30 minutes, though, so I didn't try that hard. And then I watched another couple episodes, and then it was 5 o'clock. I sent the message, and I was like, okay, I'm feeling kind of sleepy. I'll post the how long hours, and then sleep for a few. And then that didn't work out. So I've just been watching Ghost Whisperer all night. Which is kind of nostalgic, because I used to do that all the time as a kid. I would used to have it up on the projector in the basement room in my parents' house and just fall asleep watching it. Like the home screen, like the episode selection screen where it like plays the theme song on a loop was just so like when it popped up the first time, it was so nostalgic because it's been so long. Because I used to literally fall asleep in the middle of an episode and then hours later wake up to the music playing on the home screen, just looping for endlessly, because it always goes back to the selection screen after the end of an episode. So it would only be like 30 minutes and then it'd go back to that if I fell asleep partway through an episode. So it was kind of nostalgic.
Did I ever send you the Doofenshmirtz country western song?
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. What about it?
So when I found that, for some weird reason, someone's edited it slightly longer, so it's probably like 30 seconds extra.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just the same sort of things, but just reorganized a bit. So it's like 2 minutes 30 long in length. And for some weird reason, I was like, I really like this song. So I literally stuck it in its own playlist and stuck it on repeat, and I probably had it going straight for 2 hours.
Basically, and that's the same thing with the Ghost Whisperer theme, because it's literally like, I don't know, maybe 40 seconds, maybe. And it's shorter. It's even shorter in the episode selection screen than it is in the episode. Like when it plays the the title sequence, it's longer in the title sequence than it is on the episode selection screen for some reason. So it's like 40 seconds just on a loop, and it's a fucking banger. And so it's been a fun night, which is why I'm able to function right now, because I've actually been up of my own free will mostly, whereas like obviously Wednesday night into Thursday morning wasn't of my own fruition. I laid trying to sleep for hours and I couldn't. And then same thing, what would it be? Saturday, but leading into my Saturday shift. So Saturday morning, God, the shifts I work make this shit so fucking difficult. So I didn't sleep for my Thursday shift, which meant I worked Thursday. I went to sleep Friday morning and slept 8 hours then, woke up for my Friday shift, worked it, got off Saturday morning, could not sleep, got 2.5 hours of sleep before my Saturday shift, then I worked 7.5 hours. There we go. There it is. So that night wasn't of my own free will either. Could not fall asleep. But tonight was more, it was like 40-60 my own free will, not my own free will to not sleep tonight. So we're doing good. We're doing all right.
I don't know how you're not dead yet from overwork and exhaustion.
I don't know how I'm not able to sleep from overwork and exhaustion. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand, especially like after the Friday shift. Like it made sense how I was able to sleep after Thursday shift, because I'd been grieving all day and I hadn't slept on top of grieving all day, and then I worked my ass way harder than I should have when I was at work. Like I was going hard, like I burnt myself out, like physically, like I couldn't pick up boxes anymore. I was working so hard and so fast. So it made sense that I slept after that shift. But then to not then follow up Friday's shift with the same amount of sleep made no fucking sense. Usually I can fall asleep like it's nobody's business after a 12-hour shift, because it's a 12-hour shift. But not that night. My body was just like, no, fuck you. You're going to be awake. I was like, why? I just leaned into it tonight. So since my brain and my body, usually because the brain is what stays awake, whereas my body is exhausted. So I guess since I just decided to go along with the bullshit my brain was doing anyways, it allowed my body to wake up a bit more. I don't fucking know. I don't have any good reasoning behind it.
Generally, for me, it's just if I get carried away with YouTube and then I just go, oh, that's the time. Like yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep about 12 o'clock, because that's generally when I go to sleep most times, because I've got to be up at like 6:30 for the next day.
Gross.
But I ended up just staying up to like 12:40 just because I watched like a super long YouTube video, just caught up on a series of like related to this YouTuber, to this YouTuber. I've got like a whole kind of universe on my little YouTube area.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you fall down the
some
rabbit hole.
Donut Media kind of originally, I think, and then that merged into Matt's Off-Road Recovery, which then merged into the Diesel Brothers that did the Discovery. I don't know if you ever watched that or not, but apparently they did a bit of a TV show, and that then merged into a guy that's bought a abandoned ghost town, and basically they then went up and helped him to basically put cement in the ground or whatever. I've just got like so many sort of relationships between like 4 different YouTube channels.
For me, it's usually just TikTok, because I'll scroll TikTok until I get bored of TikTok, which takes a while. But eventually it gets to the point that I'm just so tired that nothing is getting any reaction anymore, and I'm just skipping every single after I skip like 5 in a row, I give up on TikTok and then I put it away. But that takes usually a few hours before that happens. And lately my algorithm's been weird. It's been showing me shit that I'm like, why are you showing me this? Like on a more like it used to be like once maybe per day that I would get a random video of like, it's like an audio of some hot person lip syncing a like 10-second audio, and I'm like, what have I done to make you think I want to see this? So I say not interested, and then I don't usually have to deal with that for another day or so. But lately it's been like 2 or 3 each time I go in for a scroll session, which I'm like, what have I done? Like, what did I do to deserve this? TikTok, you're letting me down. Like, your whole thing is having the most fire algorithm of any of the fucking social medias. Why are you doing this? I love giant Lego sets.
Yes. A screenshot of how many not interested things I had on YouTube. I can't remember if I sent it to you or just my sister.
I don't get it as much on YouTube. I think my YouTube algorithm's pretty set. I still think the TikTok one's better. The gnat. Where did you come from? It just crawled out. So I've got my coaster on my desk, right? But because I drink out of this cup so much, it gets a lot of condensation on it, which makes the thing stick to the bottom of the cup. So I've got napkins on top of the coaster so it doesn't stick. And the fucking gnat just crawled out from under the fucking napkins. And now it's gone. Sorry. Clearly I'm tired. I'm a little bit more scattered, I think, than I usually am. But what do you want from me? What do you expect? I was just talking to Max actually about giant Lego sets, because I was talking to Max about the Horizon Lego sets that aren't like official Lego sets, but that you can buy off like AliExpress and stuff like that are fucking gigantic. Like the tall neck that you can buy off AliExpress is literally 3 fucking feet tall. It is huge. And it's like 4,000, 5,000 pieces. It is gigantic. But it's also like $250, which really is not bad for a set that massive. That is not bad at all. If you bought that from Lego, it'd be a $600 set. So not bad at all. But it just is huge. I'm just like, where would I put this? Like, not only would it take me 4 weeks to put it together, but I don't know where I'd put it in my apartment. You know what I mean? It'd have to like sit in the background or something. I don't know. It's so small on my screen because it's such a long photo. It's like this wide on the monitor.
And obviously all of that's compressed.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I feel like it broke my algorithm for like a few days.
Yeah.
Because I'd scroll, and I'd only be able to scroll like 3 pages, and it just wouldn't load any more recommendations.
They're like, we get it. You don't want to watch us. We just won't give you anything anymore.
I think that's how I ended up going with sort of my like vehicles thing. Just kind of, it was like, okay, you're still interested in this, therefore here's everything else that's kind of related.
Vaguely related, and you're like, this isn't actually related at all.
I'm quite enjoying what I've got at the minute. It's kind of casual, kind of people helping each other out and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah,
I've been struggling watching YouTube lately. I don't know why. Like usually I like I've got a lot of good videos saved in my watch later right now that when I added them, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can't wait to watch that. And then when I go to watch it, or like same with the ones that like I have saved specifically to watch at work, I've got them saved and I'm like super psyched about it. And then I go to watch it at work, and then my brain just like, I don't want to watch this right now. So then I don't watch it because I'm not gonna watch it if I'm not in the mood. And I don't know why it's been like that lately, but it's annoying.
I do wonder if it's TikTok that's kind of changed the way you sleep, just kind of like high on dopamine or something like that.
Maybe, but I've been scrolling TikTok for so long, I don't know why I would have suddenly, unless it's just an additional factor on top of the everything else, the extra stress at work, the new bed, the new room, because it wasn't just the fact that I got a new bed, it's that I'm also sleeping in a different room on top of the new bed. And then like I've got a pillow cube that I've been using for a while now, and I recently switched back to a regular pillow because I just was trying to get something, because I keep waking up with a stiff neck, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll just switch up my pillow for a little bit and see if that helps. And then since I've done that, I haven't slept in the bedroom, so I've been sleeping on the couch because it's been the only place I've been able to fall asleep is on the couch. And I was like, I need sleep, and every time I go lay down in bed, I wake up. So I was like, I've just given up and slept on the couch for the 2.5 hours I slept before my Saturday shift. I slept on the couch. The 2.5 hours I slept before my Thursday shift, I slept on the couch. So the last time I slept for a good chunk of time other than Sunday night, like last time I woke up, would have been Friday. So it's like I've been back and forth. I don't know. It's annoying. I'm ready for it to go back to functioning. That'd be nice. But I don't know when that's going to happen.
You sure you actually got a comfortable bed?
I think so. It's the same bed that I was sleeping on when Max and I lived together. It's the same exact like style purple mattress. It's just smaller, but I didn't use the full queen size anyways. I only slept on one half of it, even though Max was rarely ever in bed at the same time. I don't move a lot. Like when I flip, I don't roll. So I don't fucking know. Maybe it's a little too hard for what my body needs now, but I've been doing the same job, so I don't know why so all of a sudden I would need a softer bed. Dude, I have no idea. I don't know, maybe I've got mental turmoil that I'm not registering because of how I am. Like maybe I'm just actually super depressed and I'm not registering that I'm super depressed. I don't know. I don't know. I do need a dog though. That needs to happen soon. I did go dog shopping last night. Did I post about that in Discord?
What you got so far is your kind of list. What have you got so far as your kind of list?
In terms of dogs?
Yeah.
I don't have a list.
I thought you had kind of like, yeah, you wanted like a large dog or small dog or
well,
kind of...
I mean, I don't really care what size the dog is. I mean, a smaller dog would be cheaper because they don't eat as much, but that's really the only upside. There's more breed options because there are breed restrictions at my apartment, which is really unfortunate because you can find lazy pit bulls. They exist. So getting a pit bull would not only satisfy my desire to get a pit bull, but also if I got a lazy pit bull, then I'd have a lazy dog as well, which is the kind I need to fit my lifestyle. And also I need an independent dog because of my work lifestyle. I need a dog that I can leave at home for 12 hours and not have to worry about them keeping my neighbors up because I work a night shift. Because I do have upstairs neighbors, and if I've got a barking dog, they're gonna hear it. And I think the ones above me have a dog too, so that'd be even worse. So those are kind of my stipulations. Is I don't really care about the size. Sadly, there have to be breed restrictions because my apartment has breed restrictions. I don't really care about shedding. I would prefer a dog that doesn't shed like insane amounts, like huskies and stuff like that. Like I'd prefer a dog that doesn't shed to that degree, but I mean, I'm not too picky on that because I'm allergic to cat hair, not dog hair, so I'm not really too concerned about it. I can just vacuum a little more often. If I end up with like a giant fucking bull mastiff or something, because those dogs are lazy as fuck, I don't mind that. They just eat more because they're bigger. And I don't think bull mastiffs are... I literally just saw my fucking landlord, because when I was up there getting my mail, I had to ask her about the HVAC thing because they're coming to replace the HVAC thing. And I was like, do you think this is going to be in the way? Because I've got my shelving unit here. And she was like, it might be, but I'll probably end up being awake when they're here at 9 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday because I've been awake at 9 a.m. a lot in the past week. So I can just ask them when they're here before I try to move it. I'll go on and take the stuff off of it, like the figurines and stuff. So if they do need me to move it once they get here, I don't have to do that. But I should have asked her then. I fucking missed. God damn it. It was the prime slap spot. I fucking missed. But I should have asked her to send me I guess I can just text her. I'm just going to text her. She should be sitting at her desk. So I'm going to do that right now, actually. Thank you for... Yeah, because I couldn't find the list anywhere on the actual, like, the website for the apartments I live at. I couldn't find the breed restriction list. I couldn't find it in my lease. I couldn't find it on their website. Like, I couldn't find the list, but I know that there are restrictions. Because she mentioned it when she showed me all the apartments. Plus, most do have restrictions. Which is really fucking frustrating, because I was scrolling through the Nebraska Humane Society website last night or the night before, I don't remember which one, and like half the dogs were pit breeds, and the extra annoying bit was Scooter's Coffee, a local coffee shop, paid all of the adoption fees for those dogs. I noticed that none of the pit bulls I clicked on had any adoption fees present. They were paid for by a donor, and the other dogs that weren't pit breeds, most of them had a fee still, like an adoption fee. So they would have been free to go get. I could literally leave my apartment right now, go to the local Nebraska Humane Society after you have to submit a form first before they just give you a dog. But I could submit that form and then like next week walk into a shelter and walk out with a pit bull for free. But because they are fucking restricted because of annoying fucking reasons, I can't do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that to a pit bull anyways, despite the fact I want one so badly. It would have to have been like does this dog like walks? No? Perfect. Like I would have to screen the dog for their personality first before I would trap them in this apartment. Pits and pit mixes, Rots, Dobermans, German Shepherds, and Chows. Okay. Thank you. I'm starting my dog shopping.
The American Bulldog XL is apparently going to be banned in the UK after attack recently.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it was I think Phil mentioned it last week, just like briefly, which I think is insane. One attack. Whatever. It's so fucking stupid. Why are we restricting dogs? It's not the dog's fault it's aggressive. It's not the dog's fault it's muscular as shit. We're the ones who made them that way. Like... The tiny little dogs are far more dangerous in terms of viciousness than the big dogs are. I understand the big dogs can do more damage when they do get mad, but train your dogs, maybe. Maybe make laws about having to take your dog to training or something, instead of just putting breed restrictions on, because what ends up happening is 60% of the dogs that are in fucking foster care and in adoption, or up for adoption, are those restricted breeds, and they can't go anywhere because they're restricted. And it's fucking annoying. Oh, this is not related, but I cut my finger on, the knuckle. went to take my trash out, and I was pulling the trash bag out of the trash can, and it's a shitty plastic trash can from Walmart, and it's got a lid on it, and the lid was open, obviously, because I'm pulling the bag out, and my finger ran right up the side of the lid, and it just ripped right into my fucking finger. I was like, great.
As long as it's not gushing with blood, I can stand it.
It's not. I mean, it bled a little bit, but it wasn't enough to even like wipe off. It was like, it's like a paper cut, basically, just plastic instead of paper.
Can't stand hospital programs at all.
Meanwhile, when I got to be in an ER in high school for like the training thing, I was upset because they didn't send me to the trauma one. They sent me to a boring one where they don't get a bunch of trauma stuff. I thought I'd signed up for the hospital that tends to receive the bigger trauma injuries, because that's the shit that interests me. Like, if you're not coming in with a leg hanging off, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, you know what I mean? You're here for stuffy nose. Why are you at the ER? Like, you know what I mean? So I was disappointed, because it was actually quite boring. Although 2 people did die. They were basically dead when they came in, but they did die. 2 people did die while I was working at that ER. I was interning at that ER. But like I said, they basically came in dead already. So they came in with the chest compressions machine going at them already, and they just, they have to pronounce them dead at the hospital. So they were probably dead when they got there, but it'd be like that.
I've had a sort of minor ear infection for about a week now, and mostly gone away now, but the other ear's now starting to play up, so I'm like, okay, maybe I might have to go down the doctors just for it being long term. Generally, I've gone in the past, but recently I was like, I'm going to let it play out and just see if it goes away. Yeah. It kind of has, but it's just kind of spreading now, and I'm kind of like, I think I'm probably going to have to just get it sorted.
Yeah, let's go get the drops and get it taken care of and deal with the annoying, because it's drops, right? That's what they use for ear infections. You just put drops in your ear.
Yeah, it's just, I just kind of thought every other time I've kind of dealt on it, so I was like, I'll try not to this time and see if it just works its way out.
I get it. I'm an American. I imagine I fully understand.
Will, but it's just kind of like, I just try it anyway. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I fully get it. I'll just deal with it, not go get a professional look at it. That's my entire life.
Well, I was just reading the guidance that they provide there, sort of like, oh yeah, if it's gone after a week, then yeah, don't have to worry about it. But every other time it's kind of been sort of like day 3, and it's definitely getting a lot worse. But I think after now I've started 3 week, I think that is actually the longest day that it actually kind of is there. And then maybe day 4, but then day 5, 6, it's definitely weaker. So it's just kind of whether it's going to go sort of within, I don't know, next 3 or 4 days. If it hasn't done by then, I'll definitely do something.
Yeah, for sure. I just got a message about a charge from Amazon. I was like, what did I buy? It's a $10 charge, and I literally like an hour, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, because we've been live for an hour. So about 3 hours ago, the newest One Punch Man came out, the manga. The newest one just released onto Amazon, and I bought it immediately because it's $10. And I forgot between now and then, and I was like, why did I get charged $10? That's what it was. I'm so confused there for about 30 seconds. I was like, what did I buy? That was $10. Something I thought was funny, though, was when I went to pick up the hairbrush I bought off Amazon, and I got the package from my mom, who lives in Lexington, Kentucky. I have this package. I've got my address crossed out, so I'm not going to dox myself. But I got this Amazon package, and the shipping labels that they have on them have where they came from, like the warehouse they come from, on the sticker sometime. And this one came from Lex 2, which is located in Lexington. So I just thought that was funny. That both of the ones I picked up came from Lexington. And then it shows actually the whole process of where it came, like where it went through. It looks like it started at Lex 2 and made its way. I don't know which order these go in because I don't work in PAC, so I don't know which specific order these go in. But I know DOM2 is one of our distribution facilities here in Omaha. So I work at a warehouse, but we send it from the warehouse to the distribution facilities, which breaks it down further and ships it from there. And DOM2 is one of our distribution facilities here in Omaha. DSM9, and it went through FSD1, which I don't know where I don't know where either of those are located. But I see DSM5 all the time on our stickers. So there must be multiple in wherever the fuck DSM is. I have no idea. Usually it's related to the nearest airport, but the one in Nashville was MQY1. I don't know why it wasn't BNA2, because that's what the fucking airport is BNA. I don't fucking know. But I just thought that was funny. That this random package that I ordered, and it shipped to me in a day, like, I think it was like 36 hours or something between when I ordered it and it got here, came from Lexington. I just thought it was funny. Will it actually tear? The perforated edge doesn't always tear. Rookie. Am I pixelated, Rookie? Or is Jimmy's picture pixelated? Could be both. It's not gonna rip. I have to use the scissors. Perforated edge my ass. These perforated edges are so fucking stupid. Oh, landed on the castle. Oh, the Wally though, he moves. So his wheels move. His arms move. So he's got his arms move around. His head adjusts. His eyes adjust. And his front opens. How fucking cool is that? And these little things move too. I love it. Like, I never expected it to have that much movement on it for a $20. It was $17. Fucking awesome. And obviously his fingers move. Obviously, his fingers move as well. There's not a lot of mobility in the hands, of course, because he doesn't have wrists, but they do rotate, and the fingers like open and close. So that's how I was able to make him like do the like roar and pose and stuff in the photos I posted in the chat. And I love that the wheels, they move, so you can like roll him on the ground because I have carpet, so he rolls on the ground. It's so cool. My man's. I love Wally so much. I had a Wally birthday for one of my birthdays the year it came out. I think it was probably the year it came out, not the year after. So when I saw that set on AliExpress for $17, I said, yes, please, take my money. And it was very much worth the money. It lasted me a while for the build because I kept getting distracted, and it made me very, very happy when I did finish it. Ugh, I'm warm. Goodbye, sweatshirt. The next one I build, because I've ordered a bunch of shit off AliExpress recently. I'm out of stuff to build at the moment. And because stuff takes like 2 weeks to get here because it's coming from fucking China. The next one I ordered is a corruptor from Horizon Zero Dawn. Is the next bigger one. It's still not very big. It's like another like 400-piece set. And then just some random like trees and like scenery ones that I ordered that were fairly cheap. And then a whole bunch of the really little ones. So I posted the shark and the. Did I post those? I can never remember if I post these or if I just send them to friends. Because I try to do both, but I don't always do both. So like these little ones that they're like really small, and the bricks are fucking itty bitty. And these ones were less than $1 a piece. I ordered a fuck ton more of these because they're cute and they're a good little time waster. And they're basically free. I ordered a fuck ton more of those. We're kind of talking in circles because I'm tired and I'm me. I'm opening my new hairbrush. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, look at it. Oh, pristine, untouched. Look at that. Phenomenal. Yeah, this is exactly what I had. It smells like wood. Makes sense. The handle is nice and sturdy. I am in fact sleeping. But I am always sleepy. This isn't really new or different, unfortunately. Halloween cereal.
All of our shops seem to have skipped past Halloween. They've gone straight for Christmas for some odd reason.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Kroger has. I haven't been in a Kroger in a minute, but I'm sure Kroger has. They usually pack. I mean, no, they usually pack up the Halloween stuff the week of Halloween. Like usually it's like Halloween is tomorrow. Well, we're putting out Thanksgiving stuff right now. So like it's usually, sometimes it overlaps. Sometimes we have Halloween and Thanksgiving at the same time up, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, is it because they're in the same color scheme? What's happening? I don't know. But one of the purchases that I made, that I mentioned of getting something that comes in November, one of the purchases that I made, I remembered because I'm wearing my A24 shirt right now, which sadly you can't see because it's out of fucking frame because it's so far down on the shirt. But one of the things I ordered that's coming then, as I ordered some more stuff off of A24's website, one of which being a ceramic replica hand, like the one in the movie Talk to Me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Talk to Me. It's the hand in the posters, and it's like the main prop in the movie. It's not the actual prop, obviously. It was only just over $100, so it wasn't the actual fucking prop, obviously. But I ordered one of those because it looks really fucking cool, and it wasn't that expensive. As well as a couple other things, so I could get free shipping. I ordered some socks and a fun little Everything Everywhere All at Once Rubik's Cube, which looked really cool because it's got like different photos of Evelyn on each of the 6 sides. So when you mix it up, it actually looks cooler mixed up than it does solved. Like a regular Rubik's Cube looks cooler to me anyway, solved, than it does mixed up. But this one looked really cool mixed up. So I was like, throw that in there. Because I needed to spend $20 extra or something to get free shipping, and I was like, might as well. Talk to Me was phenomenal. I don't think I'm ready to rewatch it. Trin Lovell just posted her reaction to it this week, and I watched that. I don't think I'm mentally or emotionally stable enough at the moment to I don't think I'm ready to rewatch it yet. Just because it was such a ride. I'd probably rewatch the opening sequence again, because that opening sequence, cinema, and it perfectly sets you up for the movie you're in for. If you watch that opening scene and you go, oh, that wasn't for me, don't watch the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, Christian? That opening oneer, if that oneer finishes and you go, I didn't know that was what this movie was going to be about, then you need to stop watching the movie, because you're not prepared for what's about to come, because it gets worse. And by worse, I mean it gets more disturbing. So I thought the opener was phenomenal, because I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it at all. And it finished, and it did make me go, oh, like the I'm going to kind of spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil it directly, but I'm going to spoil it a little bit. The first stab didn't really get me. It was the second stab that made me go, oh, that's what we're in for. All right, I'm fucking ready. So my response was, let's fucking go. But if your response is, oh, I don't think I can do that, then don't watch the rest of the movie. Do not watch the rest of the movie. You will not survive. I have, Rot, for example. I've told her, do not watch this movie. Do not watch this movie. It will require multiple therapy sessions for you to recover from this movie, so do not watch this movie. Due to experiences in your life, this movie would be very triggering. Do not watch this movie. Would not recommend. But for I told Max, I was like, it would probably be a lot for Max, but I think Max would be able to handle it. But Max was like, it didn't interest me. I was like, don't worry about it. It probably would have been a difficult watch for you anyways, just because it was hard for me. And I don't struggle. Yeah, the part with the brother, yeah, that was rough. I talked to you all about it in Discord after I got home, because I got home and I was still thinking about the movie, and I haven't had that happen to me in a long time, especially not with any horror movies. But I couldn't stop thinking about it, and still when I drive that route home from Walmart, it always comes into my head at the same spot when I drive past the area where I would get onto the road from the movie theater. It's still, every time I drive past there, it still pops into my head. And like, I've not had, it really did, I've not had a horror movie do that to me maybe ever, which is a testament to it. It makes me love it even more. And I'm really excited to get the ceramic hand. It doesn't ship until November, unfortunately, but I'm really fucking excited to get it and show it to you all and like hold it. And like, I hope it's textured. I hope it's not like, I hope it doesn't feel like ceramic, if that makes sense. I hope they've textured the ceramic portion of, I don't know if it's actually ceramic. I keep saying ceramic. What is it actually ceramic? Because it's like a candle holder thing. I wear socks, so that would take a lot of effort for them to... Oh, it's finally out, the collector's edition of Everything Everywhere All at Once. But I already own it on DVD, so I can't justify buying the collector's edition, because it's a $45 DVD. As much as I would absolutely love to have it, I already own a copy of the movie, and I can't justify spending $45 on it since I already own a copy. If I didn't own a copy, I would find a way to justify it, but... It comes with so much stuff, though, which is why it's $45. I have seen X.
I definitely wouldn't be able to justify stuff like that.
Oh, I justify stuff like that all the time. I shouldn't, but I do.
The bare minimum.
Yeah. Like the hand. I didn't even try to justify the hand. I bought it as fast as I could, so I didn't have to justify it. The only time that when I got the notification about it, like I don't remember if I saw it as an ad on TikTok or if I got an email about it. I don't remember how I found out about it, but I immediately went and added it to my cart. And then the only time I spent after that thinking about buying it was when I was adding more to the cart to get free shipping. But the moment I saw it was for sale, I was like, I'm buying this. I didn't try to justify it. I was just like, I'm spending this money. I'm spending it. God, the list of what comes with this collector's edition is so long I'm having to scroll down to read all of the things it comes with.
I think I just generally compare it to kind of like a week's worth of shopping and just kind of go, how much would I want to pay for this versus a week's worth of shopping? And kind of go, do I really need it? And then I would go, no, probably not.
Yeah, I see it as in how many hours of work will it take to get this money back?
I don't really pay attention to how much I earn. I just kind of earn it and it goes in my bank account and I just spend when I need to.
Oh, I calculate it every time I come in a little bit late or I go home a little bit early, and because I have to keep that close track of it still, unfortunately.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Once you stop paying max, you still get more freedom.
To give you an idea of how, I mean, Talk to Me has become A24's best-selling movie ever. Like its best box office performance ever. I believe. If it's not the best one, it's the second best one, behind Hereditary, I think? If it's second, it's behind Hereditary, but I believe it surpassed Hereditary in box office sales. And if that wasn't enough for you, their production run of this hand, which is $110, has sold out. The pre-order sold out before they even... So they're... You can pre-order it again, but the second pre-order doesn't ship until December, late December, because of the holidays. Because their original one, which ships out early November, sold out. Yes, it is a life-sized ceramic Talk to Me party hand. The only smoking device or incense burner that opens the door to the other side. Gorgeous and beautiful. This doesn't dox me, does it? It does not. Okay. I can pull it up on the screen then.
And my laptop battery's running low, so I'm going to have to transition back over to text.
R.I.P.
See you.
R.I.P. Jimmy's voice. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I can't wait to get it. And like the box it comes in, it looks like kind of like the box they have in the movie. Oh, love it. It's gorgeous, huh? I hope it doesn't look textured in the photos, but I hope it is a little bit textured. I hope it is a little bit textured. If it's not, I'm not gonna be like disappointed or anything, but I'll be additionally happy if it is textured, if that makes sense. You heard I'm doing a giveaway? What would I be giving away? What do I have to give away? A24 is Chad as hell, and they actually pay their actors and crew. Exactly. Yes, it did. It did make things extra special. I thought it was funny, your message of, I can't believe I didn't wish you a happy birthday yesterday. It made me laugh. Did you like my kaiju photos of Wally? It made me laugh. I had to go back and take additional shots to make it a little bit more, you know, not cinematographic. That's not a fucking word. I'm almost to the word, but I can't pull it up in my head to make it more movie-like. My kaiju Wally photos. Hello, Rot. Not quite dynamic. Rot, you're too late. You missed Jimmy's voice. You were so close. But my kaiju photos made me laugh. Like, this was the original one, right? And then I was like, oh, that's not good enough. So I went back and took some more dynamic, cinematic, thank you, that was the word I was looking for, cinematic shots that made it look a little more kaiju based. I tried to get a ground shot. It made me laugh, so that's why I did it. Yeah, because I had the castle moved out of the way. Like it's been sitting right on the floor centered with my TV, but on the floor where I can see it every day. Because I finish these builds and then I put them up behind me and I don't really ever get to see them again. And so I had left it sitting there just for a couple days, and I've liked being able to see it, so I've just left it sitting there. But I had it moved so I could use that space to build, and then so once the space was cleared up with all the pieces, I had Wally sitting there, and so I put the castle back, and then I was like, wow, he looks fucking huge because he's next to a castle. And so my brain went to kaiju, and I was like, yes. Also, I can since this little pouch opens, I can take the plant out of his hand because it's like attached to his hand. I can put it in his little pouch. Keep it safe. I love him. I love him so much. He makes me so happy. Like, look at him. He can like emote and like he can like get all sad and like just discombobulated, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy. Because Wall-E, I mean, it's still one of my favorite movies, like, genuinely. Especially if we narrow it to animated films, Wall-E is easily in my top 10 animated films. Easily. Like, so much. I love it so much. Like, I've got a special DVD copy of it and everything. Like, I love Wall-E so much. So, the fact that this wasn't even $20 fucking dollars, absolutely worth the money. Absolutely worth the money. It's a fantastic film. I think it's one of Pixar's best, which is saying something, because Pixar makes a lot of really good movies. A lot of really good movies. Did they never put out a screenplay book for fucking... They never put out a fucking screenplay book for Everything Everywhere, and that really pisses me off. Because the speed at which I would buy that motherfucker... Oh, they would have my $60 so fast that I would never even see it enter my bank account. That's how fast it would be gone. I mean, they only swept the Oscars. The least you can do is give us a screenplay book. What the fuck? Upset. Upset. Oh, you can buy Everything Everywhere in 4K. The one I have is already 4K, but the collector's edition, I didn't realize there was a 4K option. There's standard HD Blu-ray and then 4K. How many can you buy at once? You can buy up to 9 copies. That's a bit much to buy at once, but you know. No, I'm not. No, close out the tab, Nico. Close it out. There we go. We're out. We're free. I don't need to buy it. I'm still waiting for my $200 to come back into my bank account from Dropbox. I need to check that. I haven't checked it since midnight. I haven't checked it. Hold on. Do I have my money back yet? I have bills to pay. I mean, I paid most of my bills, but I need to pay rent soon, so. Oh, well, the money I've sent out to pay my bills is gone. But I have not yet received my fucking refund from Dropbox. If I don't have it by tomorrow, like if I don't have it by end of day tomorrow, I'm gonna contact them about it again because it shouldn't be taking this long. What's your go-to Halloween movie? The first movie that came to my brain when I read it was Happy Death Day. It's not really a Halloween movie, but I love that movie. It's one of those ones that I'll just, like, usually I'll watch it after watching Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, whichever title you prefer, because it's another, you know, Groundhog Day style movie. So I usually will watch Live, Die, Repeat, and then jump into more Groundhog Day style things. Yeah, but it's horror, so it counts. If I want to actually watch something scary for Halloween, I'll watch, like, Hereditary, probably. You don't find scary interesting. That's fair. That's valid. It's understandable. But if I want to be spooked, Hulu just put out a movie that I kind of want to see. I'm blanking on the name. It just left my brain right when I went to say it. It literally just came out. Hold on, it'll be on my site. Called No One Will Save You. Starring what's her name? She's fabulous. She's amazing. Caitlin Denver. Oh no, it moved. Fucking shit. It moved right to where if I tried to clap it, I would have knocked my drink over, which is why I stopped in the middle. I don't know what that is. Trick or Treat is my go-to. It just gets you in the Halloween mood. It's fair. Caitlin Denver is the lead in this movie, and I already kind of wanted to see it based on the trailers or the little short clips that I had seen on TikTok, which they were posting as part of the advertising, because it looked really spooky. Bye, Rookie. Have fun. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. But then I read an article where the director decided to put as little dialogue in the movie as possible, which just made me want to see it even more. Because it already, like, the trailer was already, like my heart rate was rising watching the little, like, clips of her trying to stay quiet while this creature is invading her home. And that already was getting my heart rate up. And now I found out that they are doing something different with it by trying to minimize how much dialogue is in the movie. And I was like, okay, I have to watch it now. And since it was coming out on Hulu, that means I was going to be able to watch it immediately because it would be on my website that I use immediately, which it is. So I might get that watched at some point after I finish Ghost Whisperer. So sometime in October, I'll go watch it or maybe just whenever I get in the mood. Who knows? Could be tomorrow night. I don't fucking know. Yeah, especially in a horror film. Silence is the best thing you can do in a horror film. If you're doing it correctly, of course. You can easily fuck up silence in a horror film, but absolutely. Straight up berserker rage. See, I don't really. Okay, Us would be a good one as well if you're looking for spooky, scary stuff. I don't really like the classic horror films. I don't find them scary, and I rarely find them fun. Like the original Halloween, which I have seen in full, didn't really do it for me. Like it had good cinematography and stuff. Like I enjoyed the film making aspects of it, but I didn't find it to be good horror for me. And all the other classic horror films like that I've seen in full. I've not seen Nightmare on Elm Street in full, for example, so I can't speak on that one. But the ones I have seen haven't really done it for me. And like Hereditary does it for me in a way that Midsommar doesn't do it for me. Like they both are scary, and both movies are fucking phenomenal and amazing, and some of the best horror films I've ever seen. But if I'm looking to be fucking spooked and stressed the fuck out, Hereditary. If I'm looking for high quality horror, like high quality as in not like as in good, but quality as in like concept, then I'll go Midsommar. But if I'm looking to be scared, Hereditary. You know what I mean? They're very different vibes, but somehow the same. I don't know how he did that. He made them very different, but very, very much the same. I don't know how he did that. Ari Aster is a fucking insane human. I still haven't watched Beau is Afraid. Is Beau is Afraid a horror film? It's 3 hours long, so that's a bit horrifying, but same with Malignant. Malignant was so fun. It really wasn't all that scary, but it was so fun. It was one of those so bad it's good for me. Because after it was over, I started thinking about the plot, and thinking about the plot of Malignant for literally 2 seconds ruins the movie. So I can't say it's a good horror film because the plot is terrible, but the movie itself was so much fun to watch, and it did have some very spooky moments in it, and very good visuals, very good acting. Like everything about it was good except for the plot. The plot did not make sense and didn't line up in so many places. But if you're looking for a good scare, backwards kung fu, yeah. You'd say Freddy was one of the scariest classic horror movie characters with Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I've never seen it, obviously. It predates me by a bit, and it wasn't one of the ones that we had to watch for film class, so it didn't end up on the list. It's rare that I go back and watch classic stuff because it doesn't do it for me most of the time. Like I've noticed that like watching classic film that like set precedents for film that we see all the time now, it doesn't hit me as hard as it should because I've seen it done so many more times since then. Even though it's the one that set that standard, I don't see it that way because it's like the 30th fucking movie I've seen that does that. You know what I mean? And then of course it looks old, so it doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't do what I need it to do a lot of times. I don't have access to Max, the streaming service. I don't have access to HBO Max. I have access to Max. I can text Max right now. I mean, if it's on Max, it's on my website. So there, I texted Max. I have access to Max. Like, look at these here. I'm sorry, these have been sitting for me. Can you tell which one of these costs more? Neither of them were expensive. My music stopped. It's very quiet now. I forget it doesn't auto repeat. I don't know how much this one cost because I received it. I didn't buy this one. My mom got it for me, I think, probably, in like 2013. That's probably not even an exaggeration. I have had this hairbrush since high school. And I just bought this one. Because this one is gross. I deep cleaned it and it's still disgusting. Like I like deep cleaned it with like soap and everything, and then I went and like did like one of these numbers where you like pull the bristles apart to like look and see if it had cleaned, like if it still looked gross, and it still very much looks gross because it's got 10 years of scalp shit on it, you know what I mean? because I had never deep cleaned it. I just pull the hair off of it and go about my fucking day. So I had to buy a new one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it feels good. It feels frizzy though. Feels a little frizzy though. We can wear that down though. Ooh, that feels good. It really does. It really does have its own ecosystem. It really truly does. It's very gross. It's like I'm embarrassed. Like, I will not show you it like spread up close because it is so gross. I will not be showing it in any more detail than this. This is the best you're getting. I'm not, absolutely not. I'll show you this one all up close where I like spread the bristles out and like, you see how clear that is? Beautiful. No, the other one doesn't look like that at all, and you won't be seeing it any closer than from this. Oh, it's so nasty. So gross. Many ages ago. Indeed. I kind of need a wash too, which is another reason I changed out the brush, because when your brush is really gross, every time you use it, it's reapplying the gross stuff to your hair, which makes it get gross faster. And I've been it's not the main factor, of course. I've been not sleeping as well, so I've been up longer, and when I'm awake longer, I tend to sweat a little bit more than I do when I'm sleeping, so I've been getting greasier a little faster than I normally would, or at least my hair has been. I've noticed that I have to wash it an extra time a week than I usually would, and like right now I kind of need a wash. It's not like insane or anything, like it doesn't itch, but it clearly looks like a little wet in the camera, you know what I mean? But you know, no worries, Christian. You're at work, right? So I hope work goes by quickly for you, if that's what you wanted to do, of course. I might still be on later, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be doing a night stream tonight. I haven't decided yet. I probably will just go back to binge watching. I'll probably go back to binge watching Ghost Whisperer. But I should still be live for another couple hours. I'm probably gonna try to go till at least 6, so 3 hours from now. Yeah, it's very random today, absolutely. There is no structure to today's stream at all. It's just chit-chatting. A lot's been going on, so a lot to talk about. And I got a package to open, which I need to do. It's a nice big box, too. I mean, it's not huge. It's not a huge box. I can't show you the other side of it because it's got my family's address and my address on it, so I can't show you the other side of it. I'd be doxing me and my family members. Nice. Hashtag unboxing, indeed. ASMR. Oh, and the box does say my actual name on it. It says Nico on it, so we finally forced my mom into the corner where she has to write my name on it now. She did it once, and so now it's a little bit harder to not. Let's see what we got. Start with the card. We got a Chihuahua on the card, as one should. That's too much to read. Okay. The typical card that I get from my mother. We've got money! Yee! The only thing I ever ask for anymore. And we've got some pictures of my doggo. There's Miss Lila Rose in her Supergirl costume. They buried her with it, not in it, because they weren't gonna, dress her after she died, but they buried her with it, which I found out while I was at work, because my mom messaged me because I messaged her about sending me this while I was at work. So she responded to me. I didn't expect her to respond because it was pretty late. It was like 2 a.m. So for them, 3 a.m. And she let me know how they buried her, and they buried her with the Supergirl costume, which I'm very glad I read the message at work, because it almost made me start crying at work. So if I'd been at home, it would have been another 20-30 minute cry session. Because the reason we have that Supergirl costume is because me and my sister, but mostly me, was so obsessed with Supergirl, and Lila was my dog. So knowing that she's kind of buried with a piece of me, and then we've got a photo of Lila and the rat. We got both of them going on in there. The rat's looking a little fat. She has been getting fat. Last time I saw her, she was chunky. She's not supposed to weigh any more than like 6 pounds. She was pushing 11, so we got more Lila Rose going on. A bit dark photo, but I got more than enough of those on my phone. I'll absolutely be keeping up the Supergirl one though. But the bone, this ratty thing, we got this when we got her. It came with her. So we've had this bone since we've had Lila. And initially I asked for a collar because I've got Dusty's collar. Which I think I've shown before. But I've got his blue collar that we didn't really take them on walks, so we didn't wear it very often. But I got his collar. And so initially I asked for one of her collars, and then I remembered that this existed, and I was like, why the fuck am I asking for a collar? She never fucking wore a collar, but she played with this her literal entire life. And so I remembered it existed, and I was like, can I have that instead? Actually, that would be a lot, it would mean more. So I got myself a nice little memorial going on. And then I found her little crown that I would put on her every once in a while. When I was searching for this, I found the little crown, so now I'll have a nice little memorial for my doggos sitting on one of my shelves. It looks like this. And then when Rat finally passes away, I'll get one of her little cow thing, because she loves to chew on the stuffed Chick-fil-A cows. So I'll get one of those whenever she passes, which hopefully won't be for a while, but because I think she's only 9 or 10. Yeah, I mean, she was too. She was almost 16. Like, that's quite old even for a little dog. I just didn't expect it to be so fucking soon. And then we've got some candy. Got cotton candy push pop, cherry watermelon push pop. Those will be consumed at some point. Absolutely they will. Hershey Kisses. Yes, absolutely. Add that to the pile of candy I have sitting over there. Mom threw some Beanie Babies in here. It looks like mostly for just padding, but we got a Scooby. We got a Scooby. A ratty motherfucking Scooby, but we got him. Yeah, my boy. There we go. Now he's out of frame. Put him back here behind. Well, there we go. And then just some random Beanie Babies that were in here. I think this one was actually Elizabeth's. I don't know. And then the movies I asked for, which was mostly just the Harry Potter movies, which I'm really upset about because I bought new copies of the Harry Potter movies because Max and I owned a master set that was one case with all of the movies in it. And then when we split ways, I got the Hunger Games set, Max got the Harry Potter set. So I went and bought all new copies of the Harry Potter movies, and then my mom messaged me a few weeks ago being like, hey, we're getting rid of movies, would you like these? So I had her send them to me anyway, so maybe I can make my set look a little more cohesive, because the one I have right now, not cohesive. Along with Maleficent, I Am Number 4, very good movies. Stable movie of my life. I saw this movie 3 or 4 times in theaters. Very good. Let's see. I don't think did I ask for any of the other ones, or was it all Harry Potter? I think it was all Harry Potter. Yeah, the rest are all Harry Potter ones. And then what the fuck is this? Is this what I think it is? Oh my god, hold on. If this isn't what I'm thinking right now, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Only because I set up the expectation for myself just now. Tried to find some Scooby-Doo episodes videos I couldn't find anywhere that hosted them. Yeah, I don't think anywhere does host them. Please do what I think you do. It does! It does this. That's what I was hoping for. It's so gross. It's got like stuff in it. I don't know if I can get it close enough. See, it's got like stuff in it that comes out. Satisfaction. This movie? This movie? It's a very good movie. Everyone in it is very attractive. Very attractive. And that's part of the reason I liked it, because he's hot as fuck, so body goals. She's hot as fuck, because she just is, and she's been in many other things where she's just gorgeous. And then, obviously, she's hot as fuck. Obviously. So Diana Agron is just beautiful. And I think this one, Teresa Palmer, I wouldn't have been able to pull up her name otherwise if it wasn't on the back of this. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Amazing. She's still stunning and gorgeous. I think last time I saw anything of her, still she looks the fucking same. Because this movie came out in fucking like 2011. 2011. Goddamn. I saw this movie in theaters. Wild. I went with my... I lied. I didn't see it 3 times in theaters. I saw it 3 times in succession. Like, once I got the DVD, I watched it 3 times in a row. But I saw the movie in theaters. I was 11 at the time, so I had to go see it with my mother because it's a PG-13 movie. It was phenomenal. Never got a fucking follow-up, though. Rude. Because the book series is apparently good. I've never read the book series because I don't fucking read, but still. Very rude. Also $25 to Amazon. We love to see it. We'll be gone very soon, I'm sure. Let me go set up my memorial shelf over here, which will most likely have to be moved immediately because the HVAC people are going to come. My doggos. Let me get a little shit off my desk. Off my desk. Gross hairbrush in the garbage. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Sadly, that tends to be how it goes, Jimmy. Very sadly. There we go. I was like, he looks wrong. Because he only ever has his eyes up all the way after he resets at the end of the movie. For that brief period of time where he's not himself anymore. So I was like, he looks wrong. And it's because he doesn't have the very slight tilt that he usually has when he just is existing. There we go. Looks more like himself now. Gross noises. Percy Jackson, I think, would have been completed if it wasn't for how long they took to make. The characters grew up so fast. Yeah, that and the subsequent movies got worse and worse as they came out. So the first one was one of my favorite movies. Easily. It's not anymore, but it was at the time. It very quickly made its way to the top of my favorite movies list when it came out in, like, what, 2010? I don't fucking know. But loved that movie because, I mean, Alexandria Daddario. I've always loved to look at her. She's phenomenal to look at. To this day, she's still phenomenal to look at. I don't just watch San Andreas for the plot. But I don't know how it took me so long to figure out I was into women. I don't know how it took me so fucking long. It was very obvious. Dear God. But in hindsight, the first movie wasn't even all that good in terms of quality. I would still probably love rewatching it just because of the nostalgia. Because I thought Logan Lerman was a really good casting option for Percy Jackson, personally. Now that could be sacrilegious. I don't know. I don't remember what the description of him was in the movie, in the books. I mean, because I read them, but in like elementary school, so I don't fucking remember what they said. You know. Max probably isn't off work yet. I shouldn't have bothered them too much. I'll be a little responsible. I guess I'll be a little responsible. Ignore my yawning, please. Because it's on a delay, and I have it pulled up to the side so that I can refresh users in chat every once in a while. So I saw myself do the yawn where my mouth opened and then I threw my head off screen. That was amusing to look at. My everything is cute. I don't know what you're talking about. Watching Ghost Whisperer has been fun though. I know I talked about it a little bit already, but it's also just a really good show. Like it's also, it came out in 2006. This first season did, and they've had, this show is quite progressive. Like the main character, Melinda Gordon, holds some fairly progressive beliefs, especially for 2006. Like, they have an episode where one of the characters ends up being gay, like one of the like weekly characters, like one of the ones that just is there for that one episode, ends up being gay, and it's treated as completely fine and normal. Like, hasn't come out. The problem is that he hasn't come out to his father about it, and his dead mom, who Melinda is trying to help, wants him to embrace himself and love himself and like not be scared to tell his dad, and because his dad and him, their relationship is broken even more so since the mom died, for a variety of reasons, and Melinda finds out about it because the mom tells her, and like doesn't like out her son or anything, but the son has written a short story basically that is about a gay son struggling to connect with and come out to his dad. And it's treated as like Melinda doesn't even bat an eye about it. Like, it's not even like, she doesn't even go like, oh, like there's nothing. It's just like, it's like finding out, oh, I dyed my hair. Like, it's like treated as nothing, which is super fucking progressive for 2006. So that was wild. And then we also learned that in one of the episodes I just watched, just right before the stream started, it surrounds this guy who was hanged for crimes. That was his death penalty sentence, he was hanged, and Melinda says they're at a gallery, like an art gallery of this guy who was hanged with all of his paintings and stuff, but it's also like a kind of a memorial museum for his murder as well, his murder by the state, and the guy who runs the thing asks her what her favorite, what method she would, her favorite method of capital punishment is, and she's like, well, I'm not really a fan of any of them. Man, it's 2006, you can't say that out loud. Capital punishment was all the rage back in 2006, what the fuck? In Melinda Gordon we trust. She's probably anti-abortion for herself, but would not stop anybody else from getting one. Because she's very, like, she very much believes in choice, in all aspects of life and death, so, it's obviously never discussed in the show, because, you know, this was before people gave a shit, but, I was so thrown by it. I was like, whoa. I was like, what are we gonna get next? A trans character? The fuck? Like, what's going on? We're in 2006, and it feels like we're in 2006. Like, it looks like it's 2006. They are so dressed mid-2000s. Like, it is wildly dated by the clothing, especially the clothing that Melinda wears. And it is just so dated, and I love it. It's beautiful, and it makes me happy. What is the sword of truth? What are we talking about? What is that? Should I know and I'm just not remembering what's going on? Oh, it's a book series. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about then. There are so many reasons I love Ghost Whisperer. Like, it's quite a long list of reasons that I love that show. It makes me cry still, which is a positive. Especially, so now that I know it's a good outlet, I can go just pick a random episode, and more likely than not, I'll probably get at least a little teary during it. Some episodes hit me harder than others, for a variety of reasons, but like I said, it used to be every single episode there would be tears, but now it's like once every 4 episodes I get tears that come out enough to go down my face, which is nice. David Conrad, lovely to look at, gorgeous man. Jennifer Love Hewitt, obviously stunning, and I have a whole new appreciation for her as well now that I'm a dude. It's a little different, but not really. Although it was funny because she often, like, there's a lot of scenes where her and her husband are like sitting in bed and talking as they're about to go to bed, so they're in like PJs, and so he's got no shirt on, obviously, and she's got her like silky nightgown on, and there was one where the gown she had on had I guess a push-up bra in it. I don't know why. But my brain was just like, her tits look amazing in that outfit. Like that was the thought that went through my head. I was like, those look great in that outfit. Damn. Like, that's not generally something that pops into my head, is like how clothing looks on people, but that's just, it just looked so good. My brain was like, wow, that top, make them titties be looking nice. Good job. Like, who dressed you? Like, a professional, clearly, but like, you know what I mean? The early aughts were unintentionally progressive because the hate of things today didn't have a chance to be attacked as thoroughly outside of specific rural communities. Most of the popular hate was just digging in on the Muslim communities. Yeah. And we do end the season with a plane crash, though I don't think it's not related to Muslims in any way, but we do end the season in a plane crash, so... Or with a plane crash. We're not in the plane crash, but there is a plane crash, and it's like it's a whole plot point with a whole bunch of stuff that I hate that happens. And I guess I could spoil it. No one here's gonna watch it that hasn't seen it already. But oh yeah, no, you can't sit down if they're sitting in your spot. I'm sorry. I mean, I guess technically you could pick them up, sit in the spot, and then sit them back down on top of you, so they'd be sitting in the exact same position. But if you were sitting down and then they sat on top of you, then you wouldn't be able to be allowed to get up. It's not allowed. I probably won't make you watch it. It's quite long. I mean, it's not that long. It's 5 seasons. It's 5 seasons. My brain was like, no, it's not. It's 6 seasons. No, it's 5 seasons. It's 5 seasons long. Season 5 isn't phenomenal. It's good. It's not phenomenal. The first few seasons are really good. But I mean, this is a main character death that I would be spoiling, so maybe, I don't know. And I can't even talk about it like abstractly because of reasons that if I even express what the reasons are, that then it will still spoil it. I'll just say it's not a very diverse cast of characters in terms of skin color and ethnicity at all. It's very white. And they use the plane crash to make it even more white. I won't say how or who, although I've basically given it away already because it is literally that lacking of diversity that if I say a character of diverseness who isn't white dies, that basically narrows it down to about 3 people. So and then they replace that person with a white person, and it pisses me off. And I don't know if the reason is because that actor wanted to leave because they like weren't getting paid enough, like the actress who plays Maggie Sawyer in Supergirl did. That's like the reason I hope that it was, because if that was the plan from the beginning, then I would have needed them to put more people of color in the mix. But because there's only like 3 that we see on a semi-regular basis, part of me thinks that maybe that actor just wasn't getting paid as much as they should have been, and so decided to leave, or complained too much and was let go and killed off. Even though their death was very well written into the story, in my opinion, even though I would have rather it not happen, because I really liked that character. I don't know if I don't remember the ending enough to say that I hated the ending. I genuinely don't remember. I just remember not enjoying it as much as I enjoy the earlier seasons. But I'm also the type of person that like the season as a whole could be bad, but I'm gonna find episodes that I love. So it's harder still to know because also it's been literally years since I've rewatched the ending. So. Yeah, but the end was, I do believe you're right, I do believe the end was pretty notoriously disliked by a large number of people. I am really, really excited for the Doctor Who anniversary special. I'm so fucking psyched for that. Like, I'm so fucking psyched for that. Does it come? I don't know where it comes out. I don't know where I'm gonna watch it, but I'm so fucking excited. And I'm not gonna be able to use social media once it comes out because it will be all over my TikTok. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna watch it. Those are some mangy fucking dogs. I don't have cable. So no, I don't. What part of I don't have cable don't you understand? I do not have cable access. At all. None. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, that's what mangy means. They need a groom. Still cute though, obviously. Yeah, probably within a day or 2, I'd imagine. Yeah, mange might be, but the term mangy, I never really hear anyone use it to actually describe the affliction. What the fuck even is the affliction? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, probably. I'll probably just wait for it to, I'll probably just avoid TikTok and Twitter for a couple days and wait for it to come out of my site. I'll probably have to watch it in 720p because it doesn't, usually when it goes up, it doesn't immediately come up in 1080, which is sad. They can hear me, but they are asleep. So, can they hear me? Who's to say? I came across one purebred Maltese in my searches. I came across a few mixed breeds, but I came across one whose name was Chicken Nugget, and I was like, I would die for this dog right now, and I've not even clicked on its profile yet. And he looks exactly like Dusty. Like his face is slightly differently shaped, but with the amount of fur, you can't really tell. Like the long fur photos of him side by side with the long hair photos of Dusty, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Well, I would, but you know what I mean. Like the untrained eye would be like, that's the same dog. The way I would have scooped him up immediately. This is why I have to shop for dogs online, because if I go into a kennel, I'm gonna walk out with like 4 dogs. I can't afford that. Like, I want to take them all home. Like, you want me to walk in there and pick one and leave with one? Like, what? What do you mean? Are you saying it's gonna be on Disney Plus? Although Max has been thinking about not renewing our Disney Plus subscription, and I'm like, but it's so cheap, especially if you split it with me. Yeah, if Max decides to cancel, I might have to take you up on that. But Max hasn't decided yet if they want to or not. Because the price is going up, but because of when the renewal date is, our renewal date is before when the price hike happens. So we'll get another year of the cheaper price. And then if I split it with Max, because apparently I haven't been splitting it, which I don't believe, but if that's what Max says, then that's probably the truth. But I could have swore that I paid Max for half of it, but whatever. I don't know what I was saying. It's gone. Oh well. Acquisitions. I think Disney ended up with some minor rights to stream it, or the production company decided to stream on Disney. Interesting. I do. Doesn't help that I'm also aggressively sleep deprived quite often this past week. So I did really enjoy my night though. Like, despite the fact I didn't sleep at all, I really enjoyed my night. I genuinely did. Last night was the most fun I've had in a while. For a night off where I'm not streaming, it's the most fun I've had in a minute. Which was really nice for my birthday to have that. It took a minute to get going, but once it did, once I finally sat down and started building Mr. Wally Man back here and started watching Ghost Whisper, I had a lot of fun from then on. I mean, I was enjoying myself before then too, but it really took a step up. So I haven't had that in a minute. Like I said, Wednesday night wasn't exactly fun. When the fuck is Thanksgiving? What date is Thanksgiving? How do I literally not know anything? Hey, Viper. What's Oh, it's on Thursday? Well, then I won't be able to go. I will be working. Life is good. Well, life has been better. Life has been better, but at the moment, I'm all right. I'm doing good at this very second. I'm good. A few hours ago, fantastic. A few hours from now, we'll see. The yawning has begun. I'm surprised it took this long for the yawning to start, to be honest. Apparently, Amazon is doing another like Prime Day style situation early October. Fine with me. I mean, if it means some of the stuff I've been waiting to go on sale goes on sale, I'll take it. I'll take it. So I still want that figurine, the Demon Slayer one. And it's still $130, and I'm waiting for it to go back down, and hopefully it'll go back down. Why am I not signed into my Amazon account? What? What's going on? Weird. The one of the demons whose names I don't remember at the moment. It's been a minute. And I just spent $77 more. Yay, I've got like $100 in my fucking bank account right now. So is that like 2 something? I looked earlier in the stream and I just got charged my last or second to last. Let's see, was it my last payment or my second to last payment on my TV? Let's see. It was the second to last. No, there's 2 left. What? Damn it, it was my third to last. I thought I was gonna be done with it next month. Fuck. Oh, I'll be done in November. I just made another payment on my TV. And then I've gotta pay for the A24 order I mentioned earlier on the 28th, a $40 payment. Because even though it only ended up being like $150, I think, I still was like, I'll split it up just to make, because like I don't really notice $40 charges all that much, because so much money is constantly leaving my bank account for bigger purchases, especially towards the end of the month, that $40 won't be noticeable, whereas $150 2 weeks ago would have been more noticeable. But I've got the Affirm app, so I'm able to see all my charges and when they're going to happen, which is really nice. How have you done that? What do you mean? He just looks like Wally. He's just sitting there. This is what he looks like. This is his resting face. He's offended by your statement. He's offended by your statement. It's okay, Wally. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. We know that's just what you look like. Those of us who know what that's just what you look like. Just because she's not seen your movie doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. It's alright. The arms are really stiff. I won't break him. He's sturdier than he looks. Believe it or not. It's quite surprising, actually. Yes, I'll have my One Punch Man Volume 26 by tomorrow, which means I will have room for exactly one more on the shelf after that, and then I am out of space on that specific shelf. I'll have to move shelves. Like, I'll have to go down to the next shelf, and that will be gross and disgusting. Though it'll be a while. Yeah, there's the $130, $135. So there's only 2 left in stock. It said there was only 1 left in stock the other day. Hopefully they restock it, because if it goes on sale and it's out of stock, I'll be very sad. Because that's the only reason I haven't bought it yet, is I've been waiting for it to go on sale again. Because even though I think it's worth $130 to spend, like it's quite a large figurine. It's got 2 characters in it. I think it's absolutely a $130 price point. Makes sense. It would be nice to pay less, and I know it does allow you to pay less, and I've seen it go down before. It's of Daki and Gyutaro, the demon bosses at the end of the not Red Light District, Entertainment District arc. I don't know why it keeps auto setting my delivery location to max, which is not how this is supposed to work. It's supposed to be auto set to me. The audacity for it to have been changed to max. The fuck? Although there's also the Lego Ford Mustang that I do want, which is currently on sale for $135.99 instead of $169.99. It is gorgeous and beautiful, and it's so pretty. How many pieces? Not very many. 1,400, almost 1,500. Isn't that like tax fraud? Disney is supplying some funds for Doctor Who, so the budget will be a bit larger than it has been in a while. Then you have Bad Wolf Productions, who are owned by Sony, who probably have some of Sony's funds, and then you have the BBC, so hopefully we may get back to Matt Smith's Series 5 level of budget. Yeah, and it's like an anniversary thing that, I mean, they brought back one of the most beloved Doctors, at least of the most recent ones. Like, people constantly fight over which one's better, Tennant or Smith, so, you know, not only that, but they're also bringing back Donna fucking Noble, the icon and the legend that is Donna fucking Noble. So, I mean, they're bringing me back. I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm gonna come back and watch this episode. I'm not gonna watch it in a way where they're gonna notice that I've watched it, but still. Yeah, the anniversary is gonna be a lot bigger. Although I am interested to see what the new guy does with his stuff. I didn't realize that this Mustang was on sale. I can't spend $135 right now, but it'd be nice if I could because it's on sale. And it's an official Lego set. Those don't really ever go on sale. Oh well. Who knows? Maybe it'll stay on sale for a couple weeks and then I can get it a couple weeks from now. And then the Ghost of Tsushima replica sword that I want. Do they have the long one back? They restocked the long one. I didn't realize they'd restocked it. Yes, please. Yeah, I've not seen Sex Education either. Although I did see, I was on Netflix the other day, like when because I was rewatching Warrior Nun. I only rewatched the first season before I moved on to Ghost Whisperer, but I was rewatching Warrior Nun, so I had Netflix open, and it played the a clip from the new season of his character and Asa Butterfield's character riding on bikes, and it made me laugh. But I haven't actually watched any of the show itself. Doesn't interest me, but I've heard a lot of good things. I've watched Trixie and Katya watch it. So how much would this be if I bought it right now? What is 15%? Oh, it's $100, so $15. I'm stupid. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Okay. Good information to have, because the coupons usually last longer than like sales do. Because the full length 40.5 inch replica sword is only $100 with a 15% off coupon. And those coupons tend to stick around longer than just like a regular discount. Like for example, the shorter one, which is a 20.5 inch one, is $80. Also with the 15% coupon, which has been on it since I added it to my watch list. You know. And then there's the Twitch tie-dye sweatshirt that I want to buy as well, if it goes on sale again. Oh, you can save 20% on it right now with a promo code TwitchSub20. Interesting. Lila used to do that. She, especially like the older she got, she did it more. Or like she'd like her paws would like move like she was running, and she'd like sleep bark. It was so cute. But you're like, I don't know if I should wake her up because I don't know if it's a good dream or if it's a bad dream. You know what I mean? Like you can't always tell. The only thing about the sweatshirt is I can't decide if I want to get one that actually fits or if I want to get like an XL like I've been getting for the comfy ones. I haven't decided yet. Because the XXL costs the same as the medium. Sometimes the bigger sizes cost more. So if it goes on sale, I'll decide then, obviously, what size I get. But because if I want one that fits, that I can like wear outside the house and not look like I'm just 100% cozy all the time, I'd get a medium. But if I want to get one that fits like the other ones, I'll get an XXL or just an XL. It says regular fit, so I'll probably get XXL, which is what the other two are. And they fucking swallow me. Which is the idea. That's why I got them that size. Yeah, there's a few things in here still that I kind of have saved just until they go on sale. I mean, I do have two. I can only wear one at a time. The gnat came into my field of view and very quickly left my field of view. Very rude. Oh my god, the gnat keeps flying in front of my fucking monitor. Go away! Go away! Ah. Oh, that felt good. I needed that. I would have liked to have done a couple more pops, a couple more of the like the deeper ones, like the lower pitch ones. No such luck. I'm looking forward to my nap that I take after stream. Assuming I'm actually able to, that is. Last time I planned to, it didn't happen. So, last time I planned a fucking nap, I couldn't fucking fall asleep. Rude. What do you mean, wait, what? To which part? Oh, I just said I'm looking forward to my post-stream nap. Should be a good one, since I'm tired. Though I was tired last time, I planned a nap after stream. I think it was Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't remember. There was one where I ended stream, not like early, but a little bit early, so I could take a nap, and then I wasn't able to fall asleep. Rude. That was the one time that I went into it. Was the day I played the horror game. It was that day. It was the day I played Madison. So I planned to take a nap after that because I expected to get more motion sick that I ended up getting, which usually makes me sleepy. And then I was already sleepy on top of that. And then, so I ended stream a little earlier than I typically would have, so I could go take a fucking nap. And then I fucking fell asleep. It was annoying. And then I couldn't fall asleep. It's always the days that I don't plan for it that I fall asleep on the couch. Of course. It's the only way it should be. I mean, I didn't purposely make you jump, huh? I laughed about it after I realized that that's what had happened, but I didn't do it on purpose, huh? I'm fiddling with this ball thing. It's making a weird noise. Yeah, I texted boo after I realized that my regular text message made you jump. I sent boo because of all of the memes where like someone like takes the word boob and removes the last B and then goes, ah! Because those always make me laugh and I don't know why. It's because they're funny. That's why they make me laugh. Huh? It's because they're funny. TikTok do funny, haha. Jimmy, is it you who's morally against TikTok, or is that Stray that I'm thinking of? Like you won't watch TikTok, or who am I thinking of? Who is that? There's one of y'all that like just refuses to watch any TikToks that I post because it's on TikTok. Huh? At the moment, I cannot remember which one of you it is. I know it's not Rot, because I send Rot TikToks all the time. This ball is really fun. I'm enjoying it. I'll probably never play with it again after the stream, but I'm enjoying it at the moment. Well, yeah, I send incredible TikToks. All of my TikToks I send are funny. At least, they're always funny to me, at the very least. Or they're, like, insightful, or, like, you know, they've got some good quality. Yeah, it's a stress ball. It makes gross noises. It's a trypophobia ball. It's one of the things in the little box my mom sent me. It's got stuff in it. It's got squishy stuff in it. So when the stuff squirts out, it looks kind of like slime stuff. Not like actual slime, but like, it's kind of what it looks like. I like that noise. It always makes me happy. Oh, green line. That was weird. Trying to think if there's anything else to talk about that I haven't mentioned from this weekend. Because like, there are obviously more work things I could talk about, but it's hard to talk about work things on stream because in order to talk about work things that enrage me, I have to first explain how they're supposed to work, which can be difficult sometimes because it's hard to explain some aspects of my job without you being able to see me do it, and I can't show you how I do it without being there, you know what I mean? So it's easier to just rant about work stuff to work people. Like, I mean, for example, like in problem solve, what my job as a problem solver, right? It's hard to explain it even to someone else who works at Amazon if they've not seen the interfaces that we use to do the problem solving. It's much easier to just show them how to do it or walk them through it verbally while they do it. It's not easy to explain without seeing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's one of those that it's like someone giving you directions by just saying, well, you turn left at this street and turn right at that street, and then you turn left at this street and that street, like just in sequence without stopping, instead of like pointing at a map and saying you turn here and then you turn here and then you turn here and turn there. That's essentially the difference, except not a very good example. It's like trying to do IT stuff without being able to take over the person's computer, and you're dealing with someone who's 80 years old. That's what it feels like. Like, at the end of the day, the thing that they need to do is actually really simple, but because they're dumb, and because of, or not because they're dumb, but because they don't know what they're doing, like they don't know enough about computers, you have to just do it for them, because trying to explain it to them is just going to take way too long, so you just take over their computer and do it. Essentially the same here, because, well, the person who might be learning, the person who's learning may not be stupid. They may be very capable of completing this job. They have no idea what the interface looks like. So me telling you all, well, you're going to start an FC research and scan your CSX label, and then you're going to check to see if there's any inventory attached to that CSX label, and then if there isn't any inventory in that CSX label, you're going to check for this, this, and this, and then you're going to go into Sideline to fix that issue in this way, or if it looks like this, you're going to use Predator to fix it this other way. Like, me saying all those words to you means literally nothing. You have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, right? It's the same to do that with someone that works at Amazon. Outside of the word CSX label, they are going to know what that means because they work at Decant, so they should know what a CSX label is. But other than that, ain't nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, no one knows what, like, you just spoke, like, fucking Japanese to me. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Like, you know what I mean? So it's much easier to just be like, okay, so open this program, open that program, scan this, click that, click this, you look for this as they do it. Because FC Research is the program that we use to see all of the information about whatever it is we scan, whether it's a product, a tote, a case, a pallet, whatever. It doesn't usually work for pallets, but still, in theory, it should show what the pallet says. So it'll show you, like, the vendor code. It'll show you the, like, who has, like, if anyone has moved stuff onto, like, for, like, a CSX label, which are the labels we put on boxes. It'll show you, like, has anyone removed inventory from this box or added inventory to this box, or is there no inventory attached to this box? And then there are shipping labels that you can scan, and it'll show you where that shipping label has been, and like the vendor code for that shipping label, what's supposed to be attached to that shipping label, like what items are supposed to be in the box that shipping label is on. There's a fuck ton of information that you receive when you use FC Research, which is why we always start there. So that's how we diagnose the problem. Sideline is how we usually fix the problem, unless you know what you're doing, and then you can use Predator to fix the problem faster. So It's not complicated. It's like speaking in code. Like if you speak with using only acronyms, no one's gonna know what the fuck you're talking about unless they know what those acronyms mean. And at the end, it's like the acronym isn't actually complicated. It's just shorter. That like it's let me think. What's a good example? It's like calling something a CAT scan is easier than saying what the fuck CAT scan stands for, right? Like it's faster and easier. And yes, we all know what a CAT scan is, but pretend we didn't know what the fuck a CAT scan was. If you're talking about a CAT scan and all the results and everything, that I'm sure also have their own, because it's medicine, so everything has like shorter versions of what they actually are. You know what I mean? I have so much information about my workplace, it's insane. Like I'm just sitting here thinking about how many different jobs I do at work and all of the little pieces of information that if I tried to sit here and explain the little things, I would not only miss stuff because it's not things I consciously think about doing. Like I fix, like driving around the de-stuff it, for example, the machine we use to unload the trailers. Like there are a lot of little like tricks you can use to make it do things that you wouldn't know unless you've spent a lot of time on it, and that I wouldn't think to mention until we enter a situation where that's necessary. So like it's hard to even like, but I have all of that knowledge, and it's not really knowledge I can actively just like list. Same with problem solving. Like the way problem solving training really should work is you show them the basics, and then the two of you separately work, and then when they have questions they come ask you, and then you can show them as they work. I can feel myself getting tired. Doesn't happen a lot lately. Like I can actively feel myself getting, like my eyes getting sleepy. When I take a nap, it will be on the couch though. If I go lay down in bed, I'll wake up. So. I'm trying to think of something that sounds really complicated, but really actually isn't complicated at all, that I could like explain verbally to give you an example of something that sounds really complex when explained, but actually is super easy. I guess Predator would be, but even Predator sounds easy when described verbally. Yeah. Because Predator is a separate program that I've been trying to get. It's called Carton Predator. It's like a PR. It's Carton PR editor is the word. Like PR editor is one word, but Predator is the title of the program, of the tool. It's not a program, it's a tool. And it makes my job a lot easier. It helps me get through a lot more work faster. I don't know everything about how to use it. I know how to use it the way that I use it, and I don't know how to use it beyond that because I was never trained in how to use it really. Explaining what situations to use it in is the hardest part of it, because using it is so easy. Like it literally holds your hand while you're using it, because you just scan all the barcodes and hit enter, and then you make sure you're in the program, and then you scan all the barcodes and you hit enter. And if it pops up green, it worked. If it pops up any other color, you got to do it a different way. It's very simple. I don't know. I just say what I'm thinking. I don't know what to tell you. Well, at least I started early today. We're already 3 hours in. It's only 4 o'clock and we're already 3 hours in. I do think I'm going to save the horror games for October. I saw, because I've been using my PlayStation as my DVD player all night, so I saw Trenches was on there, and I was like, ooh, I could play that. And I was like, no, I need to save it for actual spooky season. Plus today was birthday stream, so there's more conversation to be had than games to be played. Though I think we've exhausted most of it in the 3 hours that we've been here. I don't think you can. I mean, you might be able to plug them in because of the ports that both of them have. You might be able to plug them into each other, but I don't know if their like programs would allow you to. Like, I don't know if the programs would interact. I think I'm gonna get up and pee. That might wake me up a little bit. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I don't know that it really helped all that much. To be honest. My fridge just turned on. I think I just started like making noise. It's been on, obviously, but just started making noise. I'm not too surprised, to be honest, that it doesn't seem possible. That makes sense to me. That's true. The hoops to jump through. Jimmy, what day is your birthday so I can put it in my phone? Because I'm gonna forget. Because I know you said 4 days from now, but I want to make sure that I have it correct. 29th. Okay. That's my thoughts. Saved. Got it. I need to make it a different color because it just blends in with all my fucking other shit. Make it purple. Because otherwise it just blends in with all my work notifications. Because I always have work in my calendar just because. I don't know why, but I do. I just do. But, yeah. It's funny because one of the first things I received a happy birthday notification from was my apartment complex, because they sent me an automated email, like, I think it was like 1 a.m. or something. So that was funny. I think it was then, it was 1 a.m. I got an email from some company at like 1. I was like, happy birthday. And I was like, oh. What was that noise? Yeah. Happy birthday, your bills are due. Honestly, where's the line? I want my AliExpress stuff. Why does it take so long? Technically, I have 2 orders going right now. Because I purchased a few things. And then I turn around and purchased a few more things. Like, maybe a week later. So... I've spent my fill this month. I'm definitely over my spending budget for the month in terms of fun time spending stuff, but... I feel like I justified it a little. I girl mathed it by getting my Dropbox payment back. Well, I haven't gotten it back yet, but my refund. processing. I spent all night not being able to fall asleep, regardless of level of tiredness, and the moment I start streaming, I mean, I know we're 3 hours in, but regardless. But streaming is the thing that makes me tired. Not sitting on my couch, comfortably under a blanket, covered up, nice and snuggled. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like a conversation topic, but I can't place what it is, huh? What it would be. Indeed, Jerk, indeed. I'd say it's good to be dying slowly, but I'm not sure that I agree with that. Yeet. Jerk. All of the big combos happened already, though. I feel like if I just like laid back and closed my eyes, I'd fall asleep. Honestly, yeah. Maybe. You could be right. Which is so annoying. Honestly, it feels like I could. I'm quite comfortable. Yeah, I feel like I always come into stream tired, which is really frustrating. Because, like, even on days where I've slept, I feel like I come in tired. Because I don't really feel, if I ever feel awake, it's not until much, like, hours after I've been awake. But even then, that's not always guaranteed, because sometimes hours after being awake, I'm ready for a nap because I'm falling asleep. You know what I mean? Maybe I have a tapeworm, and that's why I'm tired all the time.
Doesn't explain the not being able to fall asleep part, but it could explain the constant exhaustion. I could probably fall asleep inside of an MRI machine right now. And I generally prefer to ball up when I sleep. So, saying something. I'm looking forward to watching more Ghost Whisperers tonight, though. I mean, we are the same, so it makes sense. I know I've said it before, but I love playing with this tiny itty bitty bit of hair I've got on my chin, and I cannot wait for it to cover my whole face where I can just do this and play with it all the time. Oh, I'm gonna have the best time. Because I like playing with like the undercut on the back of my head, and I feel like it'll be that but more accessible. And obviously a slightly different texture. It'll be a while, but we'll get there eventually. Hopefully. Hopefully. God. I figure I've waited 24 years for facial hair at all, so I figure I can wait another year or two for actual, like, full facial hair. Yeah, I don't know why it's so satisfying. Like, mine's a little grown out now. It's not like buzz anymore, which is the length I wanted anyways. I wanted it cut shorter so it could grow out and then feel nice. And it's at the feel nice phase right now. I quite like it. Like, it's longer than buzz, so it's not like prickly, but it's not so long that you're having to like run your fingers like through it, you know? Night, Jimmy. Sleep well. See you tomorrow. I might not make it much longer either, to be honest. Take the sleep with you, Jimmy. When you leave, take it with you. Take mine with you. I mean, it makes sense. We're approaching 24 hours without sleep, so... We reached hour 20 minutes ago, so... Or not hour 20, hour... 22, hour 22. 20 minutes ago. Technically, I took like a 20-minute nap at some point, like between like 8:50 and 9:20. But does that really count? No, doesn't really count. Not in my book, anyways. So it looks like it's gonna be a 3-hour talk VOD, followed by like 30 minutes of nothing. Me just sitting here tired. No, I haven't slept since yesterday. Didn't feel like it. And I couldn't fall asleep. But I also didn't feel like it. I wanted to stay up. And I'm happy that I did. I enjoyed my time up. I actually liked being awake, so. Which was a nice change from the fury that was the rage-inducing exhaustion combined with the inability to sleep. This was just me not being tired, so. Which is much preferred. I'd rather just not be tired if I'm not going to be sleeping. Like if my body's going to say no sleep for you, I'd rather it just also make me not be tired, you know? It's frustrating when I'm tired and exhausted, but not able to fall asleep. That's when it gets fucking annoying. I can deal with not being tired when I'm supposed to be tired and then just staying awake. That, I can deal with that. It's the other bit that's fucking just like, it would make sense to go take the nap on the bed so that my brain associates that sleep with the bed, but I'm worried that if I go lay down in bed, that I'm just gonna wake up, or if I go lay down in bed, that I'll just sleep for like 6 hours, and I don't want to do that. I want to sleep for like maybe 2. 6 is too many, and then I won't be able to sleep again after that for a while if I sleep for 6. And I want to completely fuck it up. And that would be the opposite of the point of the nap. The point of the nap is to make it doable to make it to my next sleep time. I always kind of want to sleep, to be honest, but I was really enjoying Ghost Whisperer, so I decided to stay up since I was already struggling to sleep anyways. I decided, you know what, fine, I'll lean into it. I won't sleep then. I can do alarms, but when I'm the way I am right now, like when I'm doing the sleep shit that I'm doing right now, alarms at like, after like a couple hours of sleeping, alarms aren't gonna wake me up. So, alarms won't do anything if it becomes too long to count as a nap, but not long enough to count as a full night's rest, then alarms aren't going to work. We have to either be past full night's rest amounts of time, or before the length of time where it no longer is just a nap. If that makes sense. That window of time, I just sleep through alarms. So I don't know if it's because I don't know if maybe that's like my deep sleep stage of REM. I don't know. I mean, it's not gonna work. You can call 100 times. My phone's not gonna make any sounds, so. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Huh? What? I assume that wasn't for me.
Oh, my phone. No. The balls. That gnat just landed on my face. God. The audacity. Ridiculous. Yeah, honestly. I think I might call it. I'm out of things to talk about, and I don't really want to read Reddit, so I might just call it early. I expected it to go on a little longer, but everyone fucking died on me, and now I'm the one dying, which makes sense. Because I haven't slept in a long time. No, but the people that were here at the start of stream, that I exhausted conversation with, are gone. It's definitely possible. This gnat, I swear to God. If it happens, it happens. What's gonna happen? Let it happen on a day where I don't have to go to work. And I can wake up. Then I can wake up from my nap and eat really thick food because I've got more of the food I ordered yesterday left. And then fall back asleep. It's very carb based, and I won't be sitting on the floor building anything to keep me awake. Although I did find a puzzle the other night, and I was like, oh, I could put that together on the carpet, because the carpet's not like super tall. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Then I can do something while I watch Ghost Whisper, because otherwise I'll just sit on the couch and get cozy and fall asleep. Which is not the goal. It's not the goal. The falling asleep part. The rest of it sounds great. It's the falling asleep part that would be frustrating. Wait, I sent a streak. Hold on. I don't know if I sent any or not. can't remember. It's hard to remember when I'm not sleeping normally, when I need to do my Snapchat streaks and also like other such nonsense. I love when my old teachers post things on my timeline. It makes me happy.